What is your American dream?
My American dream would be to end school mass shootings.
My dream for America is peace. I've been wanting that like all the time.
Dream America is toys.
My American dream is to become a professional ballerina.
My dream for America is everyone could have fireworks everywhere since some people can't see the fireworks from here.
My dream for America is for people to understand how this country was brought about, make the American dream possible for all citizens.
My dream for America is a unified country.
My dream for America is to nurture young entrepreneurs, especially in the minority community. We need to strengthen the economic power in the Afro-American community.
My American dream is what I'm living right now every day, and that's to enjoy my family, my friends, and my coworkers every day, and get involved in my community and do my best to be the change that I see that needs to be.
Everyone has a right to the American dream.
Groundhog Sam! The foot bone's connected to the ankle bone. The ankle bone's connected to the leg bone.
You've got to be kidding me. First of all, stop singing. You're giving me a headache. Number two, if you have any thoughts of singing, keep it in your head. Number three, you don't cry over me. That's only in television shows and soap operas.
Oh. I've heard that you don't have any nurses anymore, that you're getting healthy again, and I thank God, because you know how worried I've been. Before you go back on there, I need to make sure you're in tip-top shape. So I studied. I watched Dr. Oz, ER, and I even watched reruns of General Hospital. So I know exactly what to do. The first thing is to cry over you.
Sam, what are you doing? Stop, Sam, stop.
But the second thing is to make sure everything's working right. Hold on. First, we check your blood pressure. Oh, looks pretty good. Okay.
Sam, this is a children's toy. You didn't even hook anything up to me. What are you doing?
Oh, just bear with me.
Sam, this doesn't even do anything. This is for a 4-year-old.
I need my stethoscope.
Sam, stop it. Stop. You're hurting my knee, Sam. There's no heartbeat on my knee.
I can't
Stop
hear
it.
anything.
Take
oh my
this.
God,
Take this off, Sam. Of course not. It's my knee, Sam. You do it in my heart.
Oh.
Okay, this is what you can do for me. Okay, because you're going to give me a heart attack.
Okay.
Okay, and you're really going to make me sick.
Okay.
Okay, go make some photocopies.
Okay.
I don't even know what needs to be photocopied.
My
Just
butt?
find some paper and just start pressing the button on the copy machine. Okay?
Okay.
And then number two, tell everybody what's going to be on the show today.
Hey, everybody! It's been a while and we've missed you so much. Today is the premiere of season 2 of Bradshaw Live, and we're so excited! Oh my God! I know I'm supposed to tell you what was on the episode before, but since it's been a month down, it's hard to remember. So all I'm going to say is that Brad had knee surgery, and as you can see, he's in tip-top shape. I took a little groundhog vacation. You'll find out more about that later in the week. And the Bradshaw Live team had a great time getting ready for season 2. We've all been working real hard, and we can't wait to show you everything we have in store. So sit back and enjoy, and welcome back, Brad Squad. Woohoo!
All right, we are back! Yeah! A lot has happened, everybody. Welcome, everybody. Season 2, Bradshaw Live. Why is this season 2? Because we were off the air for so long. We said we had to make a season 2. Yeah. Usually it's smart, right?
Yeah,
usually we're shows go off the air. Mm-hmm. Shows go off the air, and then they said we're back for season 2. Yep. So we said instead of continuing season 1, which has been going on for about 10 months, we should just stop it and say now we're in season 2. So welcome everybody, first show of season 2. My name is Brad Bernstein, for those of you who don't know. And of course, I'm always joined by the ever beautiful Belgium Kim.
I thought you were going to talk
Belgium Kim. How are you?
I'm doing well.
How are you?
So happy to be back.
And of course, Yonathan Elias, fresh off his brand new show on BET at 10 o'clock at night.
Thursday
evening. So far, he's still in the go. Still in the show.
I'm still in the
show. I didn't know if you were coming back for season 2 or not. You are blowing up so much. I didn't even know if you were coming back for
This is my
season 2.
family. Of course I had to come back.
And of course, we got to say hello to everybody in the Brad squad. And Sweet Destiny Hansel, first person to say hello to us. And of course, she said she doesn't hear. I assume she's hearing us now. Pauline Williams, Barbara Lord, Rajay Roberts, Jeff Bosey, number 4 in there. How are you all doing? Tamika Nelson, Jella Shauna, Wendy Brown, all sound familiar names, all part of the Brad squad. And I wonder if people missed each other or they were like in touch while we were gone.
They were all talking.
They were all talking. Christy Consali, Dawn Harriet, Wendy Brown, Chin Carter, and everyone's kind of saying hello to each other. Barbara Lord, Cordella Douglas, always. Cordella's been with us since the beginning, right?
Mm-hmm.
Carol Anderson, the Tiger, one of our biggest fans.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's our biggest fans, but certainly one of my biggest fans.
Definitely
One of my.
Because she always has your back.
Always has my back.
Yeah.
Burke Madeira.
Back again.
I remember
Back
Burke.
again. Donna Roden. What?
Denisha said you look younger now. 4 weeks off.
Well, let me tell you something. Okay, you want to look younger. This is the secret.
Ooh.
Oh.
Okay, let me tell you the secret. Okay, first have emergency gallbladder surgery.
Oh God.
Okay, take the gallbladder out.
The gallbladder.
Gone. The gallbladder. Take it out. Okay. Apparently, it makes you old.
It's weighing you down.
Weighs you down. It's not the
No gallbladder.
No gallbladder at all. Okay. And then once you get out of the hospital and you recover from your gallbladder surgery, okay, totally blow out your knee.
Golly.
Perfect.
All right. Totally blow out your knee. Go for a second surgery. Okay. Now the reason why I look so young.
Yeah.
Okay. I've had so much anesthesia. Okay. I've been numb. Okay, I'm very calm.
Lord have mercy.
Okay, I'm very calm.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm numbed out. Okay, I have no stress whatsoever.
Is that what it is?
And I don't eat.
I was about to say you lost a lot of weight.
Yes, I don't eat. So between the anesthesia and the not eating, okay, no gallbladder. Okay. And you have round-the-clock nurse care, so everybody's like fanning you, taking care of you.
Oh, that's a good thing. Yeah.
Okay, I feel like $1 million.
Yeah, you look it.
I feel like $1 million.
Skin all clear.
Yes.
I feel like you should be on the cover of like Shape or Self magazine,
That's
like
right.
tips and tricks for a younger you.
Yeah.
Exactly. You know, forget the workout.
Yeah, no.
All right, forget the cleanse.
Who needs that?
Just take the gallbladder and go in for a knee surgery.
We're gonna have Brad Squad racing to their doctor.
That's right.
My gallbladder is weighing me down.
Awesome.
So meanwhile, tomorrow we had some behind the scenes pictures. Okay, I look great. Okay, great from about the chest up. Okay, from the chest up. Okay, I have $1 million.
What happens chest down?
From the chest down, it's an absolute disaster.
Man.
Okay,
Lord have mercy.
Lord have mercy. Look what's going. Look at what's. Leah, you didn't even see that. What's going on here?
See this.
So
like
from
Terminator.
the chest down, I am Arnold Schwarzenegger in the Terminator at the end of the movie when he's like a robot. Okay, not at the beginning of the movie. You know, like when he's a man. Okay, at the end when he like turns full robot. So well, on Instagram tomorrow.
Yeah.
On Instagram tomorrow, we took some behind-the-scenes pictures of what I look like here from the chest down. You only see from the camera up, but from the chest down, I'm like Arnold Schwarzenegger. But I'm toughing it out because I'm a tough guy.
You are.
I'm a tough guy. So on Instagram tomorrow on Brad Show Live, if you follow us on Instagram at Brad Show Live, you'll see a little behind the scenes. You'll see what I look like as the Terminator from waist below. Okay, I will come back in 300 years to save the world.
Right.
The Brad Squad has
with my immigration answers.
Right.
300 years from now, I'll come back. I still have your immigration answers. I have the
A lot
Terminator.
has changed.
A lot has changed.
You'll still be going 1-800-529.
Yes.
All right, Denisha John, low audio still. Hopefully we're doing a little better. Carrie Ann Wallace, Glenn, hello. We said hello to Burke Madeira.
Yeah.
And who else do we have to say hello to quickly here before we move on?
Did we say hi to Barbara Lord?
I think we did. Ma Dukes we said hello to, right? Mm-hmm. And Kaandi we said hello to. Marisol Navarrete. Okay, she's so happy and glad we're back. All right. A lot of people are saying yay. I'm seeing a lot of yays.
A lot of yays.
A lot of yays.
Finally.
All right, so that was my life for the last month.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, it's one of two things that happened to me. Okay? Either one. Okay? I had a lot of bad luck. But But I smile because nothing's life-threatening.
Yes.
Okay, I've been in a pretty good mood. Nothing's life-threatening. I'm going to live. Doctor says I'm going to live for another 40 years.
Fantastic.
Okay,
that's amazing.
Or if you believe in voodoo, I don't know. Maybe there's somebody with a Brad doll somewhere, like sticking me, because that's what somebody said to me.
You have an ex-girlfriend or something?
I have lots of ex-girlfriends.
I feel like a lot of this started happening after you announced Canada.
Yeah, well, there's no more Canada either.
See, but
right.
That's what I'm saying.
There's a lot of ex-girlfriends. Okay, so maybe one of them has a voodoo doll. I don't know.
Maybe they all have voodoo dolls.
Maybe.
They like
First
formed
Wives Club.
Right, a Brad's Exes Club, and they are all.
That's like a whole new group, right?
Yeah,
It's a much bigger group than the Brad Squad.
Yeah, they formed their Facebook group years ago.
Yeah, so forget it. So that's what I've been doing.
Yeah.
Okay, Belgium Kim.
Yes.
You are heavily involved in FIFA World Cup fever.
Yes.
Okay, what happened with FIFA World Cup fever with Belgium?
That's not very nice to bring up, Brad. But
I'm sorry. What happened
we
there?
We made it all the way to the semifinals. We made it further than we've ever made it in any World Cup. We finished third as a country, and by we, it's
good
Belgium.
job.
Yeah, well, you know, France, they had an electrifying. I'm going off script here.
Off script here, yeah, totally. Okay.
Yeah, so France, they had an
Going
electrifying 4-2 victory.
Yeah.
Some people say it was electrifying if you were rooting for France.
Right, yeah.
Right, they haven't won since like 98 or something, right?
Yeah, I mean, but the French had already won.
Yeah, other people who were rooting for Belgium,
Yeah.
like Belgium Kim,
Like Belgium Kim.
they weren't so electrified by the results.
No.
Okay, now I will say this. Okay, what was noteworthy about the French win, okay, is because of the anti-immigrant sentiment both in Europe and the United States.
Yeah.
Yet the French team was mostly made up of African migrants, not your typical Gallic, white Frenchman.
Yeah.
Nope.
Okay,
Yeah.
they're
Never
still
is.
French, but they were African French, right?
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And so during the World Cup, 50% of the players on the French team were in fact not your French
Just
Gallic.
50? Right there,
50%.
right there, that's
half
like
the team.
70, that's
Half the
80.
team. Well, maybe that's a picture of 80%, but half of the team.
Yeah.
Maybe
of the whole
they're
team.
including the water boy,
right.
the
I
towel
thought it was
towel
gonna be
guy.
a good
Maybe that's
80%.
part of the 80% of the players, but 50% of the team.
Right.
I don't know. So several media outlets came out and noticed all of this, obviously. In an op-ed for the Players Tribune last month, Belgian player Romelu Lukaku,
Yes.
am I pronouncing his name
Yes.
right, wrote, "When things were going well, I was reading newspaper articles that they were calling me Romelu Lukaku, the Belgian striker."
Right.
Okay? When things weren't going well, they were calling me Romelu Lukaku, the Belgian striker of Congolese descent.
Yep.
Wow.
Was that true?
Absolutely, that
Wow.
was true.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And he was kind of he's already one of our star players on the Belgian team, and he kept kind of carrying the team this World Cup, and that kept happening. And he's absolutely right.
Yeah, so, the best op-ed statement that I saw was actually Trevor Noah.
Yes.
He had a great
What did he
on
say?
his Comedy Central show. What's it called?
The Tonight Show.
He's not on the
Daily.
Tonight. That's Jimmy
Right,
Fallon.
The Daily
The Daily Show.
The Daily
Right.
Show.
Right.
my
But I
guy.
saw the clip because it was amazing. Yeah, that's him smiling. I like him. Good guy.
South Africa.
South African. If I did the accent right. So he said on his show, "Why can't you have a dual identity?"
Right.
Okay, which it makes your identity. Okay, why do you have to be French, or why do you have to be African? Why can't you be proud of both of your identities? And that makes the person who you are.
Yep.
So he commented on the duality of identity, in which an immigrant can be proud of their identity with both the country they were born in, plus the country that they are living in and representing. What's wrong with that?
I think that it's a point not talked about enough.
Right. What's wrong with that?
I don't think anything's wrong with that.
Okay. So now we have a little segment of you with Belgium, right?
We do.
Because we had to celebrate Belgium because we call you Belgium
I was a crazy person, and all the games were during work hours, so I had to figure out a way to see.
So you snuck out. Apparently, when I was in the hospital.
Oh.
Okay. Belgium Kim snuck out of work.
Yes.
Okay, didn't tell anybody.
Nope.
Okay, she went to the Belgian bars.
Yeah.
Where is the Belgian bars?
Belgian bar there are 2 of these locations, but this one was in Chelsea.
Okay, and she had a great time covering the game.
Yeah.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to watch Belgium Kim.
Okay.
Covering the game.
Yes.
Okay, and then when we're done,
yeah,
we're going to come back and answer your immigration questions at 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. So let's watch Belgium Kim covering the French-Belgian final. Semifinal. Excuse me. I was in the hospital.
I wish.
I was on drugs in the hospital on serious opioids during. Okay, I didn't even know who was playing. All right, but let's watch.
Hey, Brad Squad, it's Belgium Kim. We are outside BXL Zoot, one of the only authentic Belgian bars in New York City. And the World Cup is officially an epic Euro battle. England, Croatia, France, and my very own Belgium are duking it out. Vegas odds show that France has a little bit of an advantage, but this team has been named Belgium's golden generation, and they made quick work of Brazil in the quarterfinals. So we'll see if they're a team to be underestimated today. We are going to be talking to some very strong-willed Belgian fans. Later, we'll be joined by BXL Zoot owner, Klaas. Check it out. Won the World Cup. What does a World Cup victory mean to you?
It's first of all a great experience to the Belgium team, and secondly, I think winning the World Cup is not only for me but for all Belgians.
If Belgium wins today, how are you celebrating?
I'm gonna finish the whole barrels of beer here.
The last time Belgium was in the semi-final was 1986. They lost against Argentina. What would winning this final mean to you?
The world! I'm a soccer player. That would be a lot for me. I mean, obviously the obvious answer is pride and bragging rights, but I'm more emotional about it than I actually thought I would be. I mean, I would never be a guy, a flag waving kind of guy, and Belgium being Belgium, we don't do that thing.
No, we don't.
So clearly it means something.
Why do you look so familiar?
I am famous in my own world.
You went to see Franz Ferdinand at Brooklyn Bowl. I was there with my brother. We were right in front of you. I have a picture with you. Oh my God. You are from Belgium. What would a Belgium World Cup victory mean to you?
It would be a very big pleasure for us. I hope we win, and there are a lot of Belgians over here, so it would really be a lot of fun. Yes.
Hard to imagine. It would just be crazy around here. I know what a quarterfinal victory is like. A grand victory? No idea.
When Belgium wins today, who would you rather play in the final, Croatia or England?
England.
Why?
Because we played them one time with our B team, and now I want to see a good game, and I think both our A teams against each other would be an epic game. I mean, I'm happy you assume that we're going to get to the final.
Absolutely.
No, we are. But I think I would love personally to see Croatia, because I lived in England for 15 years, and it's all about bragging rights and banter and all that good English stuff. And I actually think England are probably a little better when it comes to winning the final, because they know how to win things.
Oh, we wish we played the England people because they call us frogs.
England would be nice because we already one of them, so maybe England.
So Croatia or England?
Croatia.
Why?
I feel more Croatia that they deserve to go on.
Okay, yeah, pulling for the underdog. In Belgium, there's a lot of anti-immigrant backlash. Do you think that having a football team made up of immigrants helps the immigrant experience in Belgium?
I hope so. I hope it will make us one people and that there is more equality in the world. But I don't know if this is going to change anything. But we could hope.
I think like everybody's Belgian.
I think it's good that we have somebody outside of the country to lead a diverse country. I think this is very good for immigration. It is very good for having one country.
Belgium is divided into two prominent regions. We have Flandre and we have Brabant Wallon. And those are pretty divided politically, socially. What do you think the World Cup does in terms of unification for Belgium?
I mean, look, everyone always says it used to be the army and the king and the football team that brings Belgium together. It will have an impact. And it's not just, the two regions, it's also immigrants and it's people, you look at the team, right?
We've only seen Belgians. We don't see North, South, Flemish, Walloons. It's only Belgians. And definitely here with football, it's great. It's just, we're all one. We're all together.
Yes, I think, look, the table is all French here, all French. We are from Bruges, and it works.
I think like here in New York, there are a lot of Frenchmen, Belgian French, but also Flemish, and we are one.
Okay, Brad Squad, we are at halftime. That was an insanely tense first half. We are going into the second half, 0-0. I have so much faith in my Red Devils, and the crowd is getting crazy. It is pandemonium in here. Check it out. Go Diable Rouge! So far, how do you manage World Cup match stress?
Denial, I think, is the best answer. After the end of the game, Belgium's won every time, thank goodness, and I don't want to think about the next one.
How do you handle a stress like that? It's just, it's great when you're winning. Then you don't feel the stress. If you lose, you do your best. It's tiring, but you just go through it.
There's no stress because all the people around here were very nice and very, very friendly, and I know them all, and we all congratulate ourselves, and we wish at the start of the game that we be friends forever anyway.
We are here with the owner of BXL Zoet. What inspired you to open it?
So the inspiration of my business partner for his first location, BXL Cafe, that he opened 16 years ago, was authentic Belgian. It started off with a lot of Belgian beer, but then it went on to food, fries, waffles, mussels, all those kind of things. But keep it so when Belgians come, they feel at home over here.
I have to tell you, looking at the menu as a Belgian girl, I melted a little bit. The fries come with mayo, y'all. Mayonnaise, they come as they should. It is absolutely a home away from home. So what is your immigration story, Klaas?
I'm originally from Antwerp. In 2006, I got a job offered here as a private chef for the Belgian ambassador to the United Nations in New York. 12 years down the road, I'm still here.
You are from Belgium, I'm assuming?
I'm from Bruges. Brugge.
Van Brugge!
Van Brugge! Zet je van achter! From Bruges.
Oh, Brugge!
Brugge, have you seen the movie?
I'm American. I was born here, wearing a football jersey.
Rico actually works in this Belgian bar. However, he is a French supporter. Greco, are you from France, I'm assuming?
Yes, I'm from the south of France, from Marseille.
When did you first come to New York City?
In 1998. My dad was here, we opened a restaurant, and things go on, and I'm here now.
What is your American dream, or are you currently living your American dream?
I'm living the dream. I don't know if that's American, Belgian, or anything else, but having this wonderful business here in New York City, supported by so many lovely people, Belgians, Americans, and any other country, to me that's a dream already.
The old American dream, where everybody can come in and move up. That's the goal. That's what we're about. At least that's what we're supposed to be about. And I'd like to keep it that way.
I'm already living the American dream for 20 years.
Wow. And what was that?
To be here with everybody.
All right, Brad Squad, the game just ended. Belgium lost to France, 1-0. We've got a lot of sad faces. I am heartbroken. Yeah, how are you feeling? How are you feeling? How are you feeling?
We had a good game. It was very close, but we didn't make it. And yeah, it's not pleasant, of course.
No, it is not. We are headed back to the office to lick our wounds. Till next time, Brad Squad.
So Kim, you leave this is what you were doing.
Yeah.
All right, during our break, you're
Yes.
going out in the middle of the day, drinking alcohol and hanging out with a bunch of drunk Belgians.
Getting paid to have
Getting paid to have fun.
That's exactly what I did.
Did you come back drunk to the office?
No, I
Or
came
did
back.
you come back to the
I
office?
figure, I'd be very careful how you answer this.
I did come back to the office, and I will, in absolutely no uncertain terms, say I was not nearly drunk enough
Okay.
for that loss that we got dealt.
All right, so Brad, I'm in the hospital on opioids.
Right.
Kim's in a bar drunk.
Right.
Okay, this is what's going on. All right, before Yonathan Yo-Yo Elias, what did you do on your break?
I actually had a premiere party in Atlanta with T.I., the biggest rapper I know.
The biggest rapper you know.
Me.
Well, T.I. has definitely hustled his way up to the top of the rap game. That is for sure.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
and now Yonathan Yo-Yo Elias is appearing on T.I.'s Grand Hustle on Thursdays on BET.
Yes.
It's BET's biggest reality show.
Yes, it
so
is.
far, you have not been voted off the show. You're
I
still
have
in
not.
it.
I haven't. That is me at my premiere. Pretty drunk.
And there you are, pretty drunk. Everyone's drunk
Yeah.
on this show. Why is everybody? What, you look like you're ready for the Grand Hustle with that silk collar going on there.
It's a dapper blazer.
What are you wearing there? Let's
That's
go back to that picture.
That's my frat brother's clothing line, Garçon Couture. So it was fun, just to
look at that. You look like you're ready for the Grand Hustle.
Yeah,
on that
I was.
Yeah.
I was feeling like money, but so far it's been getting like great reviews. It's basically, if you guys don't know what the show is about, T.I. is a legendary rapper. What we do is 16 people live in a mansion in Atlanta. He puts us in groups and gives us challenges every day. And every episode there is someone that is voted off. So the challenges are very intense, and there might be a little
and the winner,
drama here and there.
The winner gets a six-figure salary.
Yes.
To be T.I.'s
Executive
assistant.
Yeah.
That's a big salary to be the executive assistant.
It is. But hey, we go through hell.
Now, wait a second. If you win, how are you going to be T.I.'s assistant and be on Bradshaw Live? How does that work?
We're going to have to find out if I win or not.
Oh my gosh.
We don't know. We have to keep on watching.
Should you be telling us something?
Look at the face.
Look at that face.
Yeah.
Jonathan's faces throughout this whole
everybody, the entire Brad squad is right now praying that you do not win. I want you to know that. They don't want you leaving Bradshaw Live to be T.I.'s assistant. So now there's a guy that you're beefing with by the name of George. I watched.
Yes.
Right?
Absolutely.
Okay, what's the story with you and George?
What is the story? He literally...
What's his deal?
He's a hater. I mean, I feel like when you see someone and you're intimidated by them.
Wait. That was a quick
gif, I guess. Like, there's a lot of gifs and a lot of memes out there already between, George and I's drama. I think this is a clip from the show.
All right, let's watch the clip.
My name is Yonathan. I'm 33 years old, born in Inglewood, California, raised in Corona, Long Beach.
But that was a fast clip.
That was a fast clip. That's all they could show.
That's all they could show.
So you guys watch the show on BET every Thursday night.
So that's what. So while we were on hiatus, Yonathan Yo-Yo Elias starting his new show. Congratulations. We certainly want you to win and wish you the best of luck. We'll be watching. Belgium Kim, sorry for the loss.
It's okay.
And before we get to all of our telephone calls, and we have a lot of people on call right now. So if you call right now, 1-800-529-5465, we're going to be getting to your immigration questions in about 2 or 3 minutes from now. But before we do that, I want to remind everybody one thing that we have not reminded everybody yet. And that is you got to share. Because sharing is definitely caring. And if you don't share this show with at least 1 or 2 of your friends, we will not be able to answer as many problems and immigration issues and questions, and we really want to help as many people as we can. And number 2, we're selfish. We want as many people to watch us.
Absolutely.
Because we have egos, right?
Yes.
And our egos are getting bigger by the moment.
And it needs to get fed.
And it needs to be fed. So please share this with your friends and family. And the best way to share this, Yonathan Yo-Yo Elias and Belgium Kim.
Ooh, I haven't done this in a while.
That is correct.
Start us off, Yonathan.
Okay, so what you guys have to do, you already know, just look at the bottom right or left-hand side of the video, and there should be an arrow pointing to the right. You click on that, share it. You could tag people. You could also comment into the comment section and add people. And then there's a little man with a plus sign on top of the like button, and you can actually share to each person's page. Then, of course, copy the link, send it to people, tell them to share it. I mean, there's so many different ways. Do it.
That's the best you could do? Come on, come on.
Kim.
Kim. That's
the best you can
do? To me? I think that people need to remember to share to all of their people, and after you share to every single one of your friends, and you know what? Should we be that mean and say every single one, or should we say 10 friends?
Let me say this.
Yeah.
Okay? Let me say this. Okay? If you as an individual share to at least 100 of your friends and family today, you will have a choice between Belgium Kim or Yonathan Yo-Yo Elias coming to your doorstep, ringing the doorbell, and giving you a big hug.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa.
What do you think of that?
I would absolutely
What do you think of that? But you gotta share.
I think that someone in Miami should share.
Because we are going to take a visit to the Brad Squad individual person.
The member
of the Brad Squad who shares the most. The hostess with the mostest, because they're going to host us.
Right, yeah.
Okay, and we're going to come to their living room and find out all about their life and put them squarely in the Brad Show Live.
Please, somewhere.
Okay, but but it's only going to be one person, the person who shares the most.
Wow, that's
the person.
I didn't even know about this.
You didn't know about it. Nobody knows about this. We will fly anywhere within the continental 50 states.
Okay.
Someone
We're not going to fly.
Miami.
We will not fly international. But we will fly anywhere within the 50 states with TV crew and all. You know, ever see those Ed McMahon things where they want to
with the big check?
Yeah, with the big check. Okay, we're gonna come unannounced, ring the doorbell. Hey, it's Yo-Yo. What do you think?
I'm down for that.
Yeah, you down for that?
Yeah. Who lives in Miami?
So everybody right now, Belgium Kim.
Yeah.
Yonathan Yo-Yo Elias. You want that trip around? You want that trip to a really special place?
I want a good place.
Okay, now watch Yonathan Yo-Yo Elias and Belgium Kim beg people to share.
Okay, you guys, for a free vacation, for a visit from Yonathan Yo-Yo Elias.
Belgium Kim needs a free vacation.
Belgium Kim, just share the most times possible. Send us a screenshot of all the places you've shared, and whoever has shared the most. A minimum of 100, right?
Minimum of 100.
Minimum of 100.
Do it.
Minimum of 100.
Do
but
it.
whoever shares the most above that, you will get a visit from the Brad Show Live crew. Yonathan Yo-Yo Elias will come. Belgium Kim will come. We will get tanned. We will visit you and drink with you and have fun with you.
How do you know you're not going north?
Oh, God, for the love of God. No one in Canada share, y'all.
All right, so with that, this is the time of the show where if you got immigration questions, I've got your answers. Call right now, 1-800-529-5465. And Marisol in Palm Beach, Florida has been waiting 40 minutes. Marisol.
Hi there, Brad.
Hi, how are you?
Glad you're back.
Thank you.
I'm good.
What's going on?
I just have a quick couple of questions.
Sure.
First off, I live in Palm Beach, Florida.
Great.
And do you take cases all the way from Palm Beach?
As a matter of fact, we have immigration cases in all 50 states. What we do is we'll talk to you on the phone and deal with whatever issues you have, and we can do whatever paperwork needs to be done. We do through the mail. And then when it comes time, I'll tell you how it works. And then when it comes time to go for your interview or your hearing or whatever it may be, we will fly to you and go and be with you.
Oh, okay. And then I have another question.
Sure.
I'm married to a U.S. citizen, 5 years now.
Okay.
I came here illegally. I know last time you told me that I could, apply.
Right.
Yeah, but I just have, I'm pregnant now.
Okay, congratulations.
And, thank you. And I know that there was something about, like, I know we can't get food stamps or none of that, but can I get health care? Because he has Blue Cross and Blue Shield.
You can get health care, certainly for the unborn baby, and you should, because you don't want to have it's more important that you have a healthy child than anything else. So even if it was like hurt your immigration case, I would still be telling you it's more important to have a healthy child. Okay, and then we'll deal with immigration after. So first of all, you can certainly get private health insurance, and if you need Medicaid, the Medicaid is for the unborn child who will be a U.S. citizen, not for you, and that's perfectly okay.
Okay,
also.
yes. Okay, and like I said, my husband does have Blue Cross and Blue Shield, but
fine.
I cannot get it because I don't have a Social Security. Is that correct?
That is
Okay.
correct, but they should be able to cover you for the unborn child. So I would look into that.
Well, yeah. Once the unborn child comes,
Yes.
I'm able to.
Yes, but
go
even
ahead and-
but even for the pregnancy, they should be able to cover you. You should go check that out.
Okay.
All right?
Okay. Thank you
All right,
very
but
much.
but have a consultation with us. Hold on one second, okay?
Marisol, share
Okay.
too.
And share Marisol. They want to come to
wanna
Palm
come to
Beach.
Palm Beach.
All right, Palm Beach is not a bad place to go.
We'll hug your pregnant belly.
Thank you. But that was only one
No
share.
problem.
You got to share a lot
Oh, that's all
to
right,
win.
that's
You got to
right.
share a lot.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Hold on. All right, let's go to also Akeem in Miami, Florida. They really want
Akeem,
you.
please,
They want you. They want you to
100 times at least.
That's
Akeem,
Akeem. All right, maybe this is Eddie Murphy. You never know, right?
Coming to America.
Akeem, what's going on? How many times have you heard that one, right?
A lot.
A lot. All right, what's going on, Akeem?
Good evening.
Good evening.
I'm calling from Miami, Florida.
Great.
Yes. This question I want to ask. If you and your girlfriend mom has the same last name, would that be a problem?
You and your girlfriend's mom has the same. No,
Yes.
as long as you're not related. What's the difference?
No, we're
No,
not.
it's
We're
perfectly
not.
fine. It's perfectly fine. I trust you. Yeah, you know what would tell if you're related? Your birth certificates. So as long as you have different parents, it's perfectly fine.
Okay.
All right.
And the next question I want to ask: Does my girlfriend have to change her name?
No, it's a modern world.
Okay.
All right, but she's not changing her name because you share the same last name.
No, not her. Her mom.
Her mom. No. She doesn't have to change her name. It's a modern world.
Okay.
All right. If you need help,
right,
hold on 1 second and share it to 100 people because Yo-Yo and Belgium Kim want to come down and surprise you. Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
All right. All right. Let's go to I can't read this. Javera in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Javera.
Hi, Brad.
How are you?
This is Javeria. I'm good, and I congratulate you upon making it back healthy on the screen back from your surgery.
Thank you.
You're a tough guy, and I hope you a wholesome recovery. We need people like you around, man.
That's not a good one. What's the beach is that way? There. That's a good one. That's a good pose, right? That wasn't a good. Wait. What's the post?
That way, so you can show your
You're a tough
guns.
guy, and we need people like you because you help so many people, and God bless you.
I gotta watch Pumping Iron with Arnold Schwarzenegger again. I don't know my poses. All right, what's going on? What can I do to help you?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so I just got my I just got naturalized this Friday.
Right.
I got my American
Congratulations.
citizenship. Thank you so much. And it was a simple, straightforward case. I married my husband. He was a U.S. citizen.
Right.
And at the time when I married, of course, they ask you in the forms if you want to include your children. I didn't. I have 2 children from my previous marriage. But now my daughter wants to come live with me. She's 17. And her father has had her legal custody back in my home country, which is Pakistan. And so what we did was we went ahead, because my citizenship hadn't come through, so we went ahead and applied on my husband's, he petitioned for her.
Yeah.
And because when I married him, she was only 13,
Right,
so
right, that's perfectly
they said
fine.
he could petition.
Yeah, right.
So I'm wanting to get her here before she turns 18 so that she can get her
automatic
citizenship. Is there? Yeah, so
How
is there
far?
such a thing as
How far has the case gone so far?
Well, we applied in May.
You filed in May. You
so-
haven't gotten the I-130 approved yet.
They sent us a letter back saying that yes, it has been not approved, but
Just the
it's been
receipt.
received. Yeah, and that's all we got. And there's been no communication after that.
Yeah. Unfortunately, short of some, medical hardship, they're not going to expedite it so she can get here before she's 18. So when does she turn 18?
In November this year.
Yeah, no, she's not going to make. I'm just being frank with you. She's not going to make it. She'll be here between 18 and 19. But she's not going to make it, and they're not going to expedite it just so she can be a U.S. citizen before she turns 18. That's not a reason. A reason would be, some sort of medical emergency. But short of a medical emergency, they're not going to expedite it.
Oh yeah, and so I'm going back to Pakistan. I thought that, I will get her legal custody as well from her dad, so he's willing to do it in court, and so that I can bring her here with me. Do you think that allow her to come on any other visa with me before her?
They're not going to give her the visitor's visa once she's filed for her green card. You don't need to get legal custody of her as long as the father signs a letter just to the U.S. Embassy and says it's okay for my daughter to immigrate. You don't need to do anything special in the courts in Pakistan.
Oh, okay, I see. Well, I was going there because she really wants to be with me.
Right.
And so that means I shouldn't transfer this petition onto my name because it makes no difference?
It makes
and
no difference.
Just let it be on my husband's?
Let it be.
Yeah?
Yeah. Unfortunately, it's going to be another 6-9 months. That's what it's going to be.
Oh, I see. Right. Thank you so much.
I'm sorry. Thank you. And I wish I could help you. I know you want to be reunited with your daughter. It's just, unfortunately, the process is the process.
Right, I get it. Okay, thank you so much, Brad.
Best of luck. Thank you very much for watching.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
God bless you guys.
Thank you very much. All right, let's go to Adesa in Westchester, New York. Adesa.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Brad.
How you doing?
I'm pretty good.
What's going on?
I'm calling you to ask you 2 questions.
Go ahead.
My daughter has her green card, and she applied for her citizenship in March, and she won't be hearing from them, I think, in September of 2019. And I just wanted to find out, years ago, she had an infraction. She was going through the turnstile in New York, and she didn't pay her token, and she got arrested. And she did community service, and her thing is sealed. Is she going to have a problem?
She shouldn't. You're allowed to have a bad day, and that's about as minor an offense as you can have. The case was sealed, which means that it was ultimately dismissed. And as long as she admits that it happened, I don't foresee that as an issue becoming a citizen.
Okay, because she wants to go home, and she's afraid that with all that's going on with Mr. Trump, that she would not be able to come back.
Well, based on what you told me, it seems like it's fine. But what she should do, because how you describe it and what happened may be 2 different things, is at least have a consultation with me, show me the disposition, which is a letter from a court, which you're going to have to get anyway for your citizenship.
Yeah, she got that when she went to get her green card. She got it. She had to produce it.
So then what she should do is just have a consultation with me. Let's look at it again. Let's be 100%, and then she can go with a clear conscience that she has no problem.
Okay, how much is the consultation?
Well, if it's a consultation with one of the associates here in the firm is $100, and with me it's $200. That's up to you.
Okay. I think I'd rather you.
It's worth it. It's worth it.
Now let me ask you my other question, please. Years ago I was married and I divorced my husband. Is there any way I can? And I filed this paper and then I withdrew it. Can I do it again? You
would have to marry him again.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, go get married. Crazy things happen, right? People fall in love, fall out of love, fall in love. It's life.
Okay.
All right?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it.
Okay, best of luck. All right, let's go to where they want me to go. Devin in Orlando, Florida. Devin.
Hey, how you guys doing today?
Good. What's going on?
I'm doing well. Yes, so I have just a few questions.
Sure.
I like you guys' show, and
Thank
I
you.
do send a lot of clients up
I
your way,
appreciate
even
that.
though I'm in Orlando.
I appreciate that.
Good.
Thank you.
Good. So I have someone here. I'm trying to help fill out their naturalization information. So one thing was just a little backstory. He came into the country. He got arrested back in 2009 he had a fake ID. Then he got it. Went to his arraignment was a D felony, a misdemeanor, and they dropped it to a disorderly conduct. Pleaded for 240.
This is in New York.
New York, yeah.
So he pled guilty to 240-20, which is a disorderly conduct.
Yes.
When did he get his green card? When did he get his green card?
He got his green card in 2014.
Okay, so he pled guilty to disorderly conduct and then got his green card in 2014.
Yes.
Okay.
Now he got his green card through. He was married, and I think it was an abusive relationship, clearly. And then he went through I-360 VAWA petition, got approved. And then that's how he got the green card.
Okay.
Now he's going up for his citizenship. He's wondering if he's going to have any questions come up with that arrest or any issues on that end.
Well, they will absolutely question him about an arrest. They're going to question him about every arrest. But it's a disorderly conduct. It happened before he got his green card. He showed it to immigration when he got his green card. They know about it. He just has to show it again. What he needs to prove is 3 years good moral character, which he has, and he shouldn't have a problem becoming a citizen.
Okay, now another question with that same case. Now he's married to, I believe this person has a J1 status. Now they worked for 2 years and then they don't have that. I don't think they have that work program thing again. The person is still here. Would that be an issue for him?
No, if he's remarried, no, not at all. He may want to file for this person when he becomes a citizen. The thing with J1s is a lot of them have 2-year home residence requirements. If his wife has a 2-year home residence requirement, she wants to start now on trying to get a waiver for that 2-year home residence requirement. But it's not going to be a problem because he got his green card through abuse. It's fine.
Okay, yeah. So, so no errors with that. Okay, so now one more question. When you file in paper, let's say he files for his wife, do you have to do the whole entire I-130, I-485, and all that all together, or can he just file a I-130?
Well, first thing you got to get you got to get rid of the 2-year home residence requirement first. And
I don't think she has that 2-year requirement.
Okay, if she doesn't have it, you just file the I-130 and then you do an adjustment to I-45 once he becomes a citizen.
Okay. Does he have to send everything together, or it could be separate, like each form?
No, you do an I-130 now. You have two choices. You can do an I-130 now, and when the guy becomes a citizen, he can do a whole adjustment package. Or you do nothing now, wait to become a citizen, do an adjustment package plus the I-130 together.
Okay, awesome.
All right?
All right, appreciate it, man.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
All right, let's go to Miss Allen in Brooklyn. Miss Allen.
Hi, good
Hi,
day.
how are you?
I'm good. I'm calling from Williamsburg in Brooklyn.
Okay.
I think I have just 2 questions.
Sure.
I'm getting ready for my green card appointment in a couple of days.
Great.
But I only noticed that my work authorization was expiring 2 weeks before my appointment. So I was hesitant and I did not know how to go about renewing it. So I want to know if I should get a lawyer. Or...
Well, you should always have a lawyer because you're going into immigration. Years ago, immigration, USCIS said they used to provide customer service. You used to be a customer to USCIS. You are no longer a customer. When you go into USCIS, it is an adversarial process. They are looking for reasons to deny you. Okay? The burden is on you to prove that you're eligible for your green card. You should always be with a lawyer when you're dealing with USCIS now, simply because without a lawyer, your rights will be abused. No question about it. Certainly in this day and age with Donald Trump. Okay? As far as you working with an expired work permit, that in of itself does not prevent you from getting a green card. It should not be the reason why they deny you. However, that's the law. That doesn't mean that if you walk into immigration without a lawyer, they'll come up with a reason to deny you and you don't know what the law is. That's why you need a lawyer with you. Okay?
Okay.
That's my opinion. Okay? Hold on one second. Let's go to Michael in Midland, Texas. Michael.
Hello.
How you doing?
Good, good. How you doing?
Good. What's going on?
Yes. The situation I have going on here is that I got married and sent in the paperwork.
Right.
And everything, and unfortunately, my wife, I found out that she was cheating, and we got a divorce. A couple months after she got married to the guy that she was cheating with. But the thing is, the paper is still being processed, and
it's a dead case because you're divorced from her. Eventually, you're going to get an interview. They're going to deny you. They're going to say you're not eligible for a green card. And my concern is that you're going to get put in deportation. So you got to figure out a way. You got to figure out a way to get a green card now. There's no takebacks.
Okay,
all right. So you got a problem. You got a problem. You need a lawyer. You need a consultation. Hold on one second. Let's go to Eddie in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Eddie.
Yes.
Hi,
good
Eddie.
Afternoon. Welcome back, Brad. How you doing?
Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm fabulous. What's going on?
All right, man. Good to hear your voice. Okay, here's my situation.
Yeah.
I talked to you before in January. I was going to Jamaica.
Right.
And you tell me why and what to do, and I came back. Everything was good. But I have my green card for the past 5 years. I've been here for 29 years, and I got my green card 5 years ago.
Right.
But back in the day, I have some traffic infractions and stuff like that. But I realized if I should go ahead and do my citizenship because my wife and I had a little dispute. The cops came. I didn't go to jail, but I went to court about it. The case was dismissed, and they threw it out. So I asked you if I should put in my citizenship, and you said, yeah, go ahead. So I did that, but in the process of putting it in, I realized in one of the police report, it's saying that I was born here. And you said that's not, it's not an issue.
Well,
So,
it's an issue if you've lied to the government and said you were a U.S. citizen and born here when you're not. That becomes an issue. That's a false claim to U.S. citizenship.
No, I didn't say that. I didn't do that.
Okay. So what I would suggest you do, because that's going to be an issue, okay? That is if you made a false claim to U.S. citizenship, you could end up in jail. You can end up deported. Okay. Now what you're saying is I didn't do it. It was a mistake by the cop. I assume that's what you're saying. Okay. Right. I would not, in that situation, when you're dealing with going to immigration to do your citizenship, I would not be going into immigration to do your citizenship knowing that you're going to submit this document to them that says you were born in the United States when you clearly were not, and you're saying that you never told the cop that, it's he said versus she said, and now you're relying on the immigration officer not only not deport you, but to go, refer you to the U.S. Attorney's Office for criminal investigation. This is a serious thing. So if you have a document that says that, I would certainly suggest that you have a good lawyer. Hold on 1 second, okay? Hold on.
Let me ask you. So, although I already put the citizenship in, what do I need to do?
Have a good lawyer. Right now. Hold on. Let's go to Enosh in New Rochelle, New York. Enosh.
Hey, hello?
Enoch.
Yeah, hello?
Ensa. I got it right the third time. The third time's a charm. Ensa, what's up?
Hey, how you guys doing today?
I'm fabulous. What's going on?
Yeah, I have a couple of questions for you guys. I don't know if you guys can help me.
I don't know. Let's see.
All right. My dad is a diploma, right?
Mm-hmm. Where you from?
So I'm from Africa.
Okay.
Yeah, Sierra Leone.
Sierra Leone, you said?
So, yeah, Sierra Leone. Yeah, so he's a diploma, but I want to join the United States Army.
You
so
can't.
I went to the office. Yeah,
Do you have a green card?
No, I don't.
You can't join the U.S. Army as a foreigner unless you have a permanent residence in the United States.
Yeah, that's an issue.
That is an issue. So you got to get a green card first and then go join the Army.
So how do I go about that?
So your question is, how do you get a green card? I don't know anything about you, so that's why you have a consultation. Hold on 1 second. Let's go to, where are we going to? Nobody tells me where to go to. Good job over there on the phones. Mark in Omaha, Nebraska. Mark.
Yes, hello.
How are you?
I'm good, and you?
Good. What's going on?
Yeah, so I know someone, he's a friend, like he's from Haiti, and he come to the United States with a visitor visa, and he was under 21.
Right.
When he come to the United States, and on August 2018.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a second. He came to the United States on a visitor's visa in August 2018, but it's only July 30th, 2018. How did that happen?
Yeah, he come to the United States on August 2018.
2018.
Yeah, 2017.
2017.
Yeah,
big difference. Big difference. Okay,
yeah,
so he came a year ago. Okay, so now what?
Yeah, and his father is a permanent resident. He filed for him like in September 2017.
How'd the father get a green card?
How
did the father get a green card?
Yeah, to get a green card.
How did he get a green card? How did the father get a green card?
Oh, his father get a green card. His father was married.
Father was married. Is the father still married?
Yes.
Okay. Did the father marry before this child turned 18?
Yes.
Okay. And he's now how old?
He's 20.
Okay. The father's wife should be filing an adjustment for him before he turns 21. It's not the father who files because he's going to turn 21 and overstay his time. It's the stepmom. Stepmom files for him, could file an adjustment right now and get him his green card.
Yeah, but his father is already filed for him. But
so what?
His father for I-130.
So what? Okay, he's doing everything wrong. Stop in his tracks. First of all, you could have multiple cases going. Number two, the father filing an I-130 is not helping this kid. He's going to turn 21. He's going to go on a waiting list. He's going to wait 7 or 8 years. He's going to be living illegally in America. He's never going to get a green card. It's going to be a total frustration. If the wife, who's a U.S. citizen, files an adjustment for this kid, he would get a work permit right now in 90 days, 120 days, and get his green card in under a year.
What about? But his father is already filed for him.
Listen to what I am saying. I said, so what? You can have 2 cases going at the same time.
Okay, but okay. But
hold on.
How long is gonna take for him if his father filed for him?
Okay, you got to listen again, because I've said it all. I've answered all of that already, but I will answer it again. And I want you to listen very clearly. Okay?
Okay, thanks.
The father filing for him will take 7 or 8 years. He will get very frustrated. He will be here illegally.
Okay.
He will not be able to get his green card here. He will have to go back to Haiti. If the stepmom files for him, he will get his work permit in 120 days. He will get his green card in a year. You could have 2 cases going at the same time. And it has to be done before he turns 21. Hold on. Whew. All right. Pedro in Philadelphia. Let's go. We got to move it. We got a lot of people, a lot of things to do. Pedro.
All right.
What's up?
Quick question.
Yeah.
I have a cousin visiting. I have a financial services company.
Yep.
And, after talking and everything, he decided to see what the options are for him to maybe come in as an investor instead of a tourist and invest in the business. What would be the easiest way to go about that?
Where's he from?
For him to be able to invest or get a green card
Where's
from
he
Brazil.
From Brazil.
Brazil.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what is the investment that he's going to make?
Into the financial services. So we don't know what's the minimum investment that he has to do, or if it's the easiest way for him to be able to maybe become a permanent resident.
All right. So let's see. Does the E2 visa from Brazil? Let me see 1 second. Does Brazil? You can do an E2 visa. I know you can. I've done it before for people from Brazil. There's something called an E2 visa. What an E2 visa is an investor visa. He has to make a substantial investment into the company. Okay. He has to be at least. He has 50% of the company has to be at least owned by Brazilians.
Okay.
Okay. He has to make a substantial investment into the company, and he can get what's called an E2 visa. It's an investor visa. So what's a substantial investment? What is substantial in one company is not substantial in another. I'll give you 2 perfect examples. Okay. If you open up a floral shop, okay, and you invest $100,000 in a floral shop, that's a pretty substantial investment for a floral shop, a small little floral shop. Okay.
Right.
If you're going to invest in an oil refinery, I'm being crazy, but let's say you're going to invest in an oil refinery, okay, and you invest $100,000 in an oil refinery, it's not a big investment for an oil refinery. So it depends on what the business is. If you want to start a new business, it depends what the business is. You have to have a business plan. If it's going to invest in your financial services company, what's the value of the financial services company? What's a substantial investment for that particular company? I don't know. That's something that you would need to have a consultation with. Now, the way the E2 visa works is that he would file it with the U.S. Embassy in Brazil with a business plan, with proof that he's made a substantial investment. That investment is at risk. He can't say he's going to do it. He literally has to make the investment and then apply for the visa. And he also has to show that he has some other sort of income coming in besides this investment. It can't be his sole source of income. We can help you. We do it all the time. Hold on 1 second, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right. Let's go to Beandra in Long Island, New York. Beandra.
Hello. Good evening, Brad.
How you doing?
I'm fine. How are you?
Fabulous.
Good. That's good.
That is good.
I have a I have a question.
Yes.
I submitted the I-130 and the I-129 petition for my spouse.
Right.
However, I received a letter from USCIS requesting a RFE letter, to be exact, for both petitions that stated that they want evidence of a divorce. Now, the problem is there's never been a divorce for me or my spouse, but they made mention to what happened with my citizenship. When I started the process to become a citizen, I was single, and on the date they gave me to swear in, at that point in time, I was then married, so they're making a reference to that. Right. I just want to know, what am I supposed to submit into USCIS to explain all of that?
Well, I would do it by affidavit and some sort of evidence to show that you were never married in any jurisdiction that you've lived in. Apparently, they believe, mistakenly, that you were married in the past. So for you just to write a letter saying I was never married, they're going to deny you. So you need to submit proof that you were never married in whatever jurisdictions you've lived in, plus an affidavit by you saying you were never married. That's why you need a lawyer, unfortunately. You know. So hold on one second, but that's what you would need. All right, hold on one second.
Okay.
All right. So we're going to let's do this. All right, we have a lot of people on hold here, but we got a lot of show to do.
Okay. We have a lot of questions as well.
We got a lot of questions too. All right. So first of all, wow, look at that. It's like this thing is like right on my head there.
It's resting on top.
And now it's gone.
It should be like a halo.
I like that. Go back to that shot. I like that. Things like rest. It's like a little cheese head.
A call now cheese head.
Yeah, call now cheese head right there. Right? You like that, right? It's like a little call head cheese head.
Yeah.
Right? We'll have to go Green Bay!
I was just about to say we'll have to wait until football season.
Packers! All right. So let's do this. We're going to take like 3 more calls. All right? We're going to take 3 more calls, and then we're going to get into our social media check-in.
Yes.
Okay? For everybody else on hold, we're going to try to get back to your questions later on in the show.
Yes.
But we're going to take 3 more calls, and then we're going to get to our social media check-in. So tell everybody, in 3 more calls, we're going to get to social media check-in. And maybe if you're on hold and we don't get to you, put your question in social media check-in, and hopefully we'll be able to answer it that way. All right? So let's go to Simone in Boca, Florida. Simone.
Okay, hi Brad,
how
are you?
How you doing? What's up?
Hey guys, I'm good. Okay, so I have a kind of mixed up question. I hope you can help me.
Okay.
So I have put in my husband's paperwork.
Right.
And I did an affidavit support for him.
Right.
But my sister-in-law did it, and they sent me a letter stating that he needed. It wasn't enough, pretty much. So my brother, which is married to my sister-in-law, also, so now he's trying to put in an affidavit support jointly with his wife that already put it in for me. But I'm wondering now.
Okay, who's putting in the second affidavit support?
My brother,
Your brother.
Is
okay, fine. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So now, but they both did their taxes together jointly. And I have already sent her affidavit support. Do I need to resubmit one for my brother also?
This is your brother and your sister-in-law?
Yes.
Okay, no, your sister-in-law.
But I use her income first that she did submit it first.
You're doing everything wrong. They live together in the same household. So it's not a separate.
No, we don't live together in the same house.
Not you. Your brother and your sister-in-law and your brother live together in the same household. So you're doing everything wrong, okay? And I can't even begin to tell you that in this day and age, how anyone could say, I'm just going to go, what the hell, I'm just going to go do it myself, and I'm going to start randomly filing papers and hope it works out for me because I want to save a couple $1,000s. Because my life in America ain't worth it. I'll get deported for a couple $1,000s because that's where you're on your way to. Okay, so because you have an adjustment application. It's an I-864 by your sister-in-law. It's not a separate I-864 affidavit of support by your brother. It's an I-864A because they live in the same household.
Right.
You don't have to do anything separate. Just an I-864A for the brother. Okay, and hopefully you join that income. But you're doing things wrong right now. You're going to get denied.
Well. No, what I'm saying is I've already put in hers. I haven't put my brother's in.
But you're doing what I am saying is you're doing it wrong. It should never have been done. It should never have been done with your sister-in-law put in. I'm not doing anything right. They all live in the same household. So when you do an affidavit of support and there's multiple people in the household, it's all done together, not in piecemeal.
Oh,
You're doing it all wrong. Hold on. Everybody's just like, what the hell? I'll just start randomly filing papers and hope it works out.
There has been a lot of those today.
All right.
Because we've been gone for so long.
Well, you know what's going to happen, unfortunately. Trump, every person who gets denied by USCIS is getting put in deportation. Every last... Go Green Bay! I'm sorry. So every last person...
Sheesh.
That's ridiculous.
Wrong time to say all that.
All right, they gotta get rid of that. It's like right over my head. Get rid of it. All right, thank you. So every last person is going to get put in deportation, and then word's going to go on the street that I can't just randomly file papers.
Right. Yeah, I can't wrap my brain around in this climate still filing without a lawyer.
All right, Xavier in Bridgeport, Connecticut. Xavier.
Hi, what's up, bro?
How you doing?
I'm great. Welcome back.
Thank you. What's up?
All right. I got a friend of mine. Last week she asked me a question regarding to She telling me that she hear from some lawyer because she's here undocumented.
Right.
And she says she hear from some lawyer that if she taking like documents and stuff, he could get her a work permit. So she want me to ask if it's true.
No. There's no such thing as there's no such thing as go to some lawyer and I'll get you a work permit. There's no such thing.
Yeah, I told her that, but she said other people try and they get through.
Guess what? One of two things. Okay, it's one of two things. Okay, either one, lawyer's stealing her money and she's getting nothing. Two, lawyer's stealing her money, committing fraud on her behalf to get her something, and it's going to land her in a lot of hot water. A lot.
Yep, that's what I told her.
All right.
I told her.
All right.
All right, then. Thank you.
I hope she's listening.
Thanks for the message.
Thank you.
All right.
All right. One last call before we get to our social media check-in. Let's go to Owen in Miami, Florida. Owen. Owen.
Hello.
Owen.
Good. Good evening.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
What's going on?
I got a quick question.
Go ahead.
I sent in my paperwork from January. I did my fingerprint in March,
right?
The 1st of March. But unfortunately, I don't receive nothing back in the mail, like for the work permit or nothing.
How long has it been?
It's from March, so it's been like 4 months.
Okay, it takes about 4 to 5 months. If a full 5 months, 1 second. If a full 5 months comes and goes and you still don't have it, then call us.
Yeah. Okay. Because last week they sent me back. They sent me back a next paper that they needed the I-130A. But I already sent the I-130 form before.
Okay,
and they said they need a I-130A now.
Unfortunately for you, this is happening a lot here, guys. You screwed up. That's why you're getting nothing right now. You did not submit a full application. Until you submit the I-130A, your application has not left the mailroom. Nobody's looking at it. Nobody is processing you for a work permit. You're getting 0. Once you submit the I-130A, and hopefully you do it fast, and you do it right. Let's say you submit it today. It's now going to be, by the time it reaches immigration, it's August 1st. Count 5 months from August 1st before you get your work permit. So you have totally screwed yourself up because you tried to save a couple of dollars by not going to a professional. So what do you get? You get nothing. You're going to wait over a year now for your work permit.
Wow.
Oh.
All right, thanks.
You know, what can I say?
You don't make the laws.
I don't make the laws.
You just know them.
All right.
203 shares.
203 shares, and
That
Lisa
means
Bling Rose is
one
watching,
person.
so we're all in good shape.
There we go.
There we go. Lisa Bling Rose a little late to the party today.
Yeah.
She was not there at the beginning. I was wondering what happened to her.
Oh, good.
But better late than never. Marge Higgs is not hearing anything.
Glamma said she wasn't hearing anything, and then she said she was, and now she said she wasn't. So I'm going to go with a hard refresh on that one, Glamma.
All right. Or turn up the volume.
Or turn up the volume.
Turn up the volume.
Yeah.
Turn up the volume. Turn up the volume.
All right, so
you really missed the boat on that one.
Yeah. So
we could've-
all right. So with
rapping.
that, Yonathan Yo-Yo Elias, please tell everybody how to share. Is anybody even close to 100
No,
shares?
obviously not, because
we only
you
have
guys are
203
only at
203
shares. You guys, if one person does 100 shares, just one person, we will fly over to wherever you are in the United States. We'll see if we can do international flights. You know, we'll talk to Brad later about that.
Our Jamaican people want to see us too.
I'm just saying, I want to see y'all too. So all you guys have to do is press the arrow that's facing towards the right. Click on that, share it to people's pages, share it to people's inboxes, comment. I just did this actually. I invited my mother by pressing the little man on top of the like button with the plus sign next to it, type in their name and invite them. You guys can do this, all right? Right there, I already shared to 10 people.
But by the way, I have an announcement to make before I ask Belgium Kim to. I've decided Andrea Murray is my favorite person.
Whoa.
Oh, is that because she called you out?
Yeah, because she said Lisa Bling Rose is my favorite person.
I saw that.
So Andrea Murray just goes to the comment, Brad, Lisa Bling Rose is your favorite. And I'm like, no, it's Andrea Murray.
You about to start a frenzy right now.
There's no frenzy. Cordella's my favorite. Carol's my favorite.
Denisha.
Tamika, Marge. I can go on. Jeff Bosey.
Denisha. You can't forget your wife.
Yeah,
I was going to say,
my wife.
you're Denisha's favorite. Denisha better be your favorite.
Wendy Brown, Treakus Taylor. I got a lot. Natalie McClain.
Yes, Kamisha Thelwell.
Right. Val Miguel.
All your faves.
All my faves.
Yes.
I got lots of faves.
Oh, you know
Lots
we
of
forgot
faves.
a couple people.
Jella Shauna.
Oh, by the way, Jeff is sad that he missed the ticket window for tickets to the gun show.
What gun show?
To your gun show.
What gun show?
You gave us a little gun show earlier, and he was like, where can I buy tickets?
It was done for free, Jeff.
It's a Bradshaw Live freebie.
It was done for free.
You might see it again.
All right, Belgium Kim, before we get to social media check-in, tell everybody how to share quickly.
I want everybody to share using that little share button on the bottom, using that little invite man with the little plus sign on top to invite all your friends. Yonathan just invited his mom. Invite your mom, invite your sisters, invite everybody you've ever known in your entire life. Share the show on their pages, share the show in their, slide up in those DMs. You know how to share it, so share it to every single one. 100 shares for one person, and a screenshot of such a thing will mean what? That we show up at your door.
What's up, Lisa Blaine?
And by the way, on YouTube, Sammy Taylor saying, glad you're all back on YouTube. We are live on YouTube and Facebook.
Yes.
So you can watch us on both.
Dang, that's season 2 teams.
Season 2.
Not only are we live on
Pretty
Facebook
dope.
and YouTube, Brad,
Yes.
we're even taking questions on Instagram. People have sent in their questions on Instagram at Brad Show Live. We are taking questions on Twitter, although people seem to not know. Twitter.
What's the Twitter handle?
At Brad Show Live.
Right.
Or you can even do hashtag Brad Show Live. We'll find it.
And if you want to know when we're going to be on live and you want to be notified, all you have to do is follow and like Brad Show Live on Facebook, subscribe on YouTube to Brad Show Live. Of course, to see all behind the scenes, go to Instagram at Brad Show Live. If you want to follow me personally, at Bernstein_Brad. Belgium Kim, how do they follow you personally?
At Belgium Kim.
And Yo-Yo?
Find me on Instagram at Yonathan Elias TV, because I'm on TV.
Say that again. Hopefully,
Say
it again now that you're on TV.
Follow me on Instagram at Yonathan Elias TV.
All right, so now that we said all of that and everybody is sharing, everybody's giving some hearts, this is the time of the show where we're going to be answering your immigration questions. We're going to be answering your immigration questions via social media on Instagram at Brad Show Live, on Brad Show Live at Facebook, on Brad Show Live at YouTube, on @Bradshaw Live on Twitter. You can leave all of your questions on social media. And this is something we call social media check-in.
Yeah.
All right, so
First
what do we
of all,
got?
before we start,
yeah,
shout out to my mother who shared it into a huge Ethiopian Eritrean group,
Very
and I didn't even know that she knew how to do that.
Very nice, Mom.
Who's teaching you? Who's teaching you, Mama?
You are, with your beautiful
I'm not here. I know. Good job, Mom.
All right, what do we got? Now let's answer your mom's question first.
Right.
Can you imagine your mom shares the most and you go knock on her door?
Right. Good, a free trip home.
That's exactly what my mom said at the beginning of the show. She's like, oh, not international.
Hopefully soon.
Yeah.
All right, what do we got? Who started?
Our first question
yes,
is from Instagram.
Okay.
Our very first question is from Instagram. I like hashtag says, I have a question. I overstayed my visitor's visa and my husband petitioned for me. My priority date is June 14th and I took my fingerprints on July 11th. How long is it going to take for my work permit to arrive?
If you did it properly, July, August, you should get it by mid-October to the end of October.
Also, is it true that if I get an advance parole document, I can't use it to travel abroad because my visa category is not a fiance visa?
Not true at all. As long as you have a pending adjustment and it's a valid pending adjustment, you get an advance parole, go use it to travel.
All right, I have one from Gildy. Question, please, if you married your spouse here, his case is still pending, then he has a child in the island, can the child come here?
If you file for that child, yes, the child just can't get on an airplane and come here, but certainly the U.S. citizen step-parent can file for that child as long as the marriage happened under 18, the child's under 21, and that child would get a green card in about a year. You don't have to wait for you to get the green card to start filing for the child.
Delma says, my friend's a teacher and she's married to a high school dropout. She won a green card through the visa lottery and would now like for her husband to come with her to the U.S. Is it going to be a problem for him to get a visa through her because he never finished high school?
Wait, how? Through the visa lottery?
So she won
the visa lottery, right? So when you win the visa lottery, the primary applicant has to prove they graduated high school. You don't have to prove it as the spouse, just the primary applicant. You're fine.
All right, I have one off of YouTube.
YouTube?
Yes.
Right, we're going all over the place.
We're all over the place. I love it. We have one from Terry Ann Carby from Kingston, Jamaica. I love your show, Brad. I would like to know if your K-1 visa petition didn't approve, does that affect your B-1, B-2 visa to travel back to America?
It could, because you've already shown an intention to get your green card and live in America. And if you've already filed a K-1 and you have a tourist visa, they're going to think you're coming to America to get married. So I would think that you potentially could have a very big problem at the airport.
Allen said, I'm a green card holder filing for my spouse in Jamaica. We filed the I-130 at the California Service Center in May of 2017. How much longer is it going to take to get approved?
About another year, because you're only a green card holder.
All right, I have one from Ashley. I have an operation after license suspension, CWOF dismissed. Can I apply for citizenship?
What language are we talking here? You have an operation?
Just read it.
Okay, read it again.
So I have an operation after license suspension, CWOF. Do you know CWOF?
I know the CW network. Okay, I don't know the CWOF. But apparently what happened is that she was driving a car even though her license was suspended. Or that's what the allegation was.
Continuance without a finding, according to Google?
Okay, so continuance without, I don't know what state this was. It's not New York.
Right, that's not New York.
Okay,
Massachusetts.
Okay, fine. So as long as there was no guilty plea, it's fine. And then it was dismissed, it's fine.
Okay.
So it sounds like the case was dismissed.
So they can still apply for citizenship?
As long as there's no other outstanding cases and that's her only arrest, yes.
All right, Ashley.
Chin Carter's friend has a problem. Ooh. My friend's husband is filing for her green card. She just found out that her lawyer messed up her paperwork by only filing an I-130. She filed the I-130 for her kids too, and the kids are all under 16. Now she's got a setback in her case. Is that going to affect her kids' paperwork? And is it possible for the kids to get their paperwork and come to the U.S. if mom doesn't get the green card?
I doubt that they would give the kids a green card until mom can prove that it's a real marriage. So they would want to see mom get a green card first.
All right, I have one from Dana Sharma. Hi, my conditional green card expired yesterday, but I also received the notice of action that USCIS received my form I-751, which clearly says that my residence is extended by 1 year from the date of the notice. Can I use this notice to return to the United States? I'm planning to visit outside USA.
Yes, you travel with the expired green card and that notice, and it's perfectly fine to travel.
Wendy said, my I-360 was denied and I filed an appeal. How long is it going to take for them to actually make a decision?
What was denied?
The I-360.
Oh, an appeal takes years. I would refile an I-360 again and get it right rather than waiting on an appeal.
Tiny Daria in Florida. I hope that you've been sharing.
Tiny.
Yes, tiny.
Tiny.
Tiny Daria.
Tiny.
Not a large Daria.
A tiny one.
Tiny Daria.
A little tiny one.
But share a lot.
But you want to know what?
What?
Usually when somebody's called tiny,
okay. Listen,
it's the opposite.
Yeah,
it's like it's like T-Bone.
Yes.
The dog, you know,
Yes.
it's like a little fluff ball, and then you hear T-Bone, you think it's a ferocious
Exactly.
dog.
That's true. You would think he's a big old pit bull.
That's right.
Okay, so Tiny
Usually
has
the
a
opposite.
question.
Yeah.
So
you know, like all of a sudden this big, beefy guy comes and goes, who are you calling Tiny, right?
I kind of want to Facebook stalk Tiny a little bit right now.
Who are you calling Tiny?
What's Tiny look like?
All of a sudden, like Vin Rames comes in or something, you know?
Crazy,
like some
crazy.
big guy.
Okay. So the question, they're on a UK waiver. Can I get married without a fiance visa? Stay here while I'm in process.
Yeah, if you come on the waiver, you can, but remember, you got to wait, hit the 90-day mark before you get married. So that means you may overstay a day or two, file the adjustment. As long as it's a bona fide marriage and you can prove you live together and you have an economic relationship, you can absolutely do it.
Carissa said, is it wise not to attempt to adjust my status right now with the things that are going on in immigration?
No, that's an unwise thing. It is unwise to put your head in the sand, make pretend nothing's happening, and live here out of status or not in the proper status. As long as it's a valid, bona fide adjustment application where there's no fraud, you should be doing it.
All right, J.J. Clark has a question.
JJ.
JJ, but
Yes.
it's like the letter
JJ
J
Clark.
and then J-A-Y.
Dynamite.
Dynamite.
You know who heard that was?
Yep.
JJ.
Good times.
Yeah, JJ Walker.
Dynamite.
JJ Walker.
JJ Walker.
Yeah.
Okay, so J.J. Clark has a question.
A lot of
references.
A lot of
today.
references. I know. It's been 4 weeks.
I was in Belgium at the time, so I'm going to go
You don't
ahead.
know? You don't know?
No.
Janet Jackson actually
was in it. She was the
as a
sister.
kid.
Really?
No,
She was the
like,
sister.
Yeah, she was
she was a little sister.
This is where my American culture whole really shows.
Yes.
It's like the late 80s,
Yes.
90s.
Unfortunate. All right, so
Mom was
J.J.
Florida.
Clark. Huh?
Right? Wasn't the mom Florida?
Yes.
Mom's name was Florida
Yes.
in the show.
That was a great show.
Great show.
It's a great show.
Yeah, anyways, continue.
All right.
Very good.
Whoa.
So what happened was JJ Walker was this comedian.
Yeah.
And he was living in like in I guess the ghetto in Chicago in the 1970s.
Okay.
But they were a very happy, funny family.
Yes.
Despite all their hardships. That was the show.
That sounds like a delightful show.
It actually
for the
is.
70s
Yeah.
it was probably wouldn't be as delightful now, but at the time it was a fun show to watch.
It was. It
Yes,
was.
I loved it. One of my favorites.
All right, so
Okay.
Brad, what are the procedures for filing citizenship when someone pleaded guilty for drinking and driving? They paid a fine and did some classes. This happened over 5 years ago.
Well, you got to prove it's good. You got good moral character, and you got to prove that criminal charge for the drinking and driving is not a deportable offense. DUI is not deportable. DWI is. So it really depends on what you pled guilty to. As long as it happened more than 5 years ago and you have a clean record and it's a DUI, not a DWI, the procedure is file the citizenship and prove good moral character.
We have another question from Instagram.
Okay.
Instagram user Jones says, my sister started my green card and we got as far as the submittal of the paperwork. We got letters back saying that they received the document, but unfortunately, my sister passed away and I don't know what to do. My daughter is now a U.S. citizen. Could she help me? Could she help me get my citizenship, or could she pick up my sister's application?
If your daughter's a U.S. citizen over the age of 21, that's the way to go. Or you can have a family member substitute in other than your daughter to complete your sister's case. It's up. The faster way is just have your daughter refile if she's over 21.
All right, I have another one from the YouTube.
The YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
You sound like my father. He goes, "When are you on the Facebook?"
That's why I said it.
I go. No, there's no the Facebook anymore. It's just Facebook.
Yes, that's why I said it.
Yes, okay.
That's what my whole family says.
Yeah, you on the Facebook?
Yep.
Maybe your families are just super cutting edge. Wasn't the first name of Facebook Facebook?
It was called the Facebook.
See, maybe they're just super cutting edge.
Right. or maybe they're just. Maybe that.
Nice. That was a nice.
A nice square, right? Yes.
Great square.
All right. So Delano Robinson has a question.
By the way, a lot of gifts for me today, huh?
Oh,
GIFs.
I have literally been chatting. Like, that's a GIF.
That's a GIF. Okay.
All right. So my mother would like to know how the CSPA works. My birthday is June 21st, 1999, and she filed July 2018.
There's a calculation. You take the time it took for the I-130 to get approved. Let's say it takes 1 year. It could take 5 years. It could take 6 months. But on this, as a hypothetical, let's say it takes 1 year. You add the time it takes for the I-130 to get approved to the child's 21st birthday. So in this hypothetical, it takes 1 year. So now the child has until 22, provided priority dates become current in that child's category by the time he or she turns 22 in our hypothetical, and she makes some effort to have filed for an adjustment or for visa processing within 1 year of visa availability. That is the calculation. Each person has a different calculation, so we got to figure out on that particular case what the calculation is. But I just told you the mathematical formula.
Sophia says, good evening. What are all the documents that I need to submit when a child is filing an I-130 for their parent?
Well, there we are. Well, you got to prove you are the parent. So how do you prove you're the parent? The child's birth certificate. Your name is the mother or the father. Okay. Now, if you're the mother, that's fine. If you're the father and you weren't married to the mother, then you also have to prove not only you're the biological parent, you also have to prove that you have a parent-child relationship. If the child's filing an adjustment, you need your birth certificate, proof you made a legal entry into the United States of America, an affidavit of support, medical exam. So there's lots of documents. So let's do this. We're going to do 2 more questions, and then we got to get to the Gullah Geechees.
Okay.
All right, so Lisa Ponce.
Yes.
If my DACA expires in May 2019, can I renew it because of the judge in Texas could, but a stop to renewing DACA on August 8th?
You can renew it right now, and you should do it.
Rita Ritt says, my friends are being filed for by her husband, who's a U.S. citizen, and her daughter. The friend lives here and her daughter is currently here visiting. They received a receipt notice for her daughter's I-130, but it's been 90 days since her visit and the daughter wants to stay. What should she do?
How old is this daughter?
It doesn't say.
If this daughter is over 21, you can't stay based on the I-130. She's got to figure out another way. She should have a consultation with us. Okay, if she's under 21, then you should be filing an adjustment if the parent's a U.S. citizen.
Yep.
Okay, it depends. I don't know how old the daughter is. So anyway, you know about these Gullah Geechees?
No, I have never.
Gullah Geechees.
Yeah.
Because I don't know about any Gullah Geechees either, but I do know about Gullah Geechees.
The Gullah Geechees, okay.
Yes, I was pronouncing it incorrectly.
Okay.
Okay, in Louisiana they're called Gullah Geechees, but us New Yorkers call them Gullah Geechees.
Okay.
Okay, you know, it's like, hey.
New Yorkers do their own thing.
Yeah, you know, because you talk like this, you know, the Gullah Geechees, but it's the Gullah Geechees without my New York accent. So the Gullah Geechees, they're a group of people whose roots hail from Sierra Leone. In West Africa, and after the African diaspora, many migrated to the American South and Louisiana. and South Carolina. So this past 4th of July weekend, we were graciously invited to Charlotte Jenkins' family barbecue.
Fun.
She is a Gullah Geechee, or a descendant of the Gullah Geechees. And Charlotte is a Gullah chef who cooks Gullah food.
That sounds good.
Okay? So she's a former restaurant owner and author of the cookbook Gullah Cuisine by Land and by Sea. So let's watch as we join in on some Gullah Geechee culture and cuisine.
Come on down to 10 Mile Ondo and have some Gullah food. Me and my family, we're having a nice little picnic, and we're gonna have barbecued pork, barbecued chicken, potato salad, collard greens. And this is how we Gullah people do it in the Gullah style. The Gullah people migrated from Sierra Leone. And so this is what it's all about today. We call it a little gathering, a family gathering.
Now the Gullah Geechee heritage, which came from our ancestors, the Africans who came over, who were rice growers from the west coast of Africa, they were the ones who were responsible for actually the economic development of the United States of America. They actually started growing rice just for survival, and the British discovered that they knew how to grow rice, which immediately gave a big economic boom to the beginning of the United States. And actually South Carolina was the wealthiest state in the United States due to rice production.
My father built this house from scratch. I was born here, delivered by a midwife. When my mother got in labor with all her kids, she would call her. We didn't have a whole lot of yard space here because we had our little farm. This whole area out here where we would plant tomato, cucumber, corn, string beans, fresh food. The men around in the area, they would go fishing and they would come by, and everything was like really at hand.
When you look at frying fish, you look at red rice, you look at the yams, okay, which are the sweet potatoes. You look at the goobers, which are peanuts. Those are things that describe the African meaning for those particular terms or those particular things.
When they lived on the plantation, they spoke an African type dialect. And then that dialect changed to American dialect. So you would find saying like grits, they would call it humney.
The dialect itself is it's more like are you a benya or come here? As we come here today to feast with Askew family and eat and all that, we having a good time, just having a good time with the family here. So that's the way the dialect sounds. If you put it in a romantic sense, more like my brothers and everything down in Jamaica where the ting is right, it's basically the same dialect, it's just a few adjustments.
Well, this Gullah style of cooking was handed down from 3 generations. My grandmother, my mother, and my aunt. I mean, that's how I became a great cook, because I think I'm a great cook. I'm an author of a cookbook. The name of the cookbook is Gullah Cuisine by Land and by Sea. With the collars, I like to use a little smoked meat. That's the Gullah style. We prepare collars with smoked neck bone and ham hock, and sometimes they throw a little pigtails in it. I usually take the greens and I usually turn it like this, roll it like a little bit, turn it like this, like this. When it's cooked and you serve it, it's more neater. When I grew up, this is the way how we did this, like this. The little tiny stems, we put that in there. My mother always said, all the vitamins are in this pot. This is the spare ribs. We're gonna barbecue this. We're gonna put this on the grill. Before I put it on the grill, once I clean it, then I make a rub. It's garlic, granulated onions, salt and pepper. I like to combine it a little bit and then rub it in. I always do that hand rub, and it seems like it gives the food a little love and it just tastes better. It's good to do it overnight so the seasoning can go through it. Barbecue sauce I make from scratch. Mike, come here a minute. Put your finger, taste that sauce. This is my homemade sauce. This is the sauce going on the chicken. I should have been out here supervising. And we're also going to have fresh whiting fish with heads on. This is the fish I grew up on, which we got it from the river, which is not too far from this little area. My first meal that I prepared was liver and onions. And my older brother told my mom, said, "Mom, you don't have to rush back because Charlotte made a delicious meal." And that kind of made me feel so proud. So I was cooking ever since that. This is fresh corn that has been shucked. I like to boil it, but this is a nice little secret. I put a little milk and water and a little salt. I'm serving Gullah potato salad. And what I do is I use celery, and I chop the celery up fine. And then once I chop the celery up, I do green pepper, chop that up, and boil eggs. And I chop that up, set it aside, and mayonnaise. I like to use Hellman, but you know, the one I made today is with Hellman. And I always use sweet salad cube pickles. This is how it looks. This is Gullah style. This is how my grandmama made it, my aunt, my mama, now me.
We see the Gullah Geechee culture as a culture rich with being inventive as far as economic development, social development, and also educational development. Because when we couldn't read or write, because it was against the law, we told things in story form. And as telling things in story form, there were hidden lessons in each story. So therefore, you not only had the stories of the telling of your history, but you also had the food and celebration. And the food just was a variety from all over. And when you look at even the housing, because a lot of us, you know, you look at us as being slaves, but we are also craftsmen. We were bricklayers, you know, we were artists and what have you. The music, of course, folks know that the music, particularly gospel and jazz and all that, has that African overtone, which all started here on the East Coast, then migrated throughout the country.
All right. So, by the way, Charlotte is a pretty cool woman.
She's amazing.
And what I
find looks good.
What I think is great about America, I'm going to tell you the truth. I think I'm a pretty smart guy. I'm very learned and knowledgeable about the world. Before this, I never knew Gullah Geechees existed. I didn't know. I never heard of them. Do you know there are so many different cultures and minorities and people from all different parts of the world that just live in the United States of America.
And have amazing cultures.
That have amazing cultures, amazing food, amazing backgrounds, amazing stories.
Yeah.
And that's what makes America great, when we all kind of come together and learn about all those different people. I love that segment. I watched it like 2 or 3 times, because this was taped about 2 weeks ago. And I watched it 2 or 3 times before we aired it. I loved it. I thought it was fantastic.
Food looks amazing.
Right.
I could smell it.
Kim was saying she was hungry.
Yes.
I'm very hungry.
So
about
hungry.
to eat this mug.
Listen, I see a paintbrush and some ribs, and I start salivating immediately. It's
she was
Pavlovian.
literally doing that. She was like salivating.
All right, so we have about 10 or 12 people on hold still with their immigration questions. We're going to come to our second round. If you've got questions, we've got your answers. We're going to come back to social media check-in at the end. We're going to go a few minutes overtime for today. Let's go to Michael in Midland, Texas. Michael.
Yes.
How are you?
Good, and you?
Good. What's going on?
Yeah. We spoke a bit earlier.
Yes.
And you said that they came for probably be dead and whatever. So I'm asking, what else can I do to become a resident?
Michael, I told you need a consultation. I don't have an answer on how you get a green card off the top of my head. Hold on 1 second. Let's go to Baby Doll in New Orleans. Baby Doll. Baby Doll.
Yes.
How are you?
I'm well, thanks for asking. How are you?
What's going on?
So my husband's sorry date was March 30th. He did his bio on April 9th. And we received the RFI May 4th, and they received it on the 16th. And we hadn't heard anything since. Is this common to take this long?
You did. What happened on April 12th?
We get the information they asked for the RF.
Okay, yeah, the reason why, you have to understand, when you file an adjustment application and they ask for something called an RFE, a request for further evidence, until you submit everything, a completed application, your file is going nowhere. So let's say you filed, you responded at the end of April to this, that immigration, assuming you even did it right, who knows even if you did it right, but let's assume you did it right. Immigration, the way they look at it is, we just received your completed application the end of April. That's when your case starts processing. So so that's why you wasted all of those months in behind you, because you didn't do it right the first time around.
Wow.
Okay, so now to get your work permit, figure 5 months from the end of April. May, June, July. You won't get your work permit until September.
Well, they actually received it May 16th, so it'll be 6 months from then. Oh, wow.
Yeah. So that's, you got to make sure it's done right.
And it was done by an attorney, and the only thing she didn't turn in were our tax returns.
The attorney screwed up. What can I tell you?
Yeah. Mhm. Oh well.
I'm sorry about that.
We transferred from Washington State to Louisiana. Does that make a difference either?
You transferred it. When you transfer the case, that means it goes back to the back of the line again for a third time.
Because we were in Washington.
Yeah.
Now we're
your case is going to take forever. Everything you have done everything possible, and off the top of my head, to slow your case down, including not filing everything properly and then moving.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah. Hold on 1 second if you need help. Hold on. Let's go to Tracy Ann in Bradenton, Florida. Tracy Ann.
Hello.
Hi, Tracy Ann.
How are you?
How are you?
I'm good, thanks.
What can I do to help?
I obtained my green card through my husband, and it's time for me to file for the condition to be removed.
Yes.
However, my husband and I were not together anymore. I filed for the divorce, but it's not finalized as yet. What should I do?
You have to file to remove the conditions, prove that you and your husband live together, the divorce has started, and within in a year and a half, when it's time for you to go to your interview, hopefully you're fully divorced and you'll be fine.
No, I am already in the 90 days process, and we're not together.
I just gave you the answer. You file right now on your own to remove the conditions, prove that your divorce has started, prove that it was a real marriage. You will need to complete your divorce by the time you get an interview, which will be in 18 months from now.
Okay.
All right, hold on. Let's go to Matthew in Brooklyn, New York. Matthew.
Hello.
Hi, Matthew. How are you?
Hey, good. How are you, Brad?
What's going on?
Yeah. What's going on is me and my wife have been married like for 3 years. I would say 4 years, and we have a son together. And I'm just passing my fingerprint, to remove the condition. Right. But we're still married. But a little bit. Sometimes you're not happy. You got to move on. So right now is she did something I'm not really appreciate, and then
Well, apparently she didn't do something he appreciated, which maybe hang the phone up on me. I don't know. All right.
That either.
All right. Let's see if we can get him back. Matthew.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay.
You hear me?
So your wife did something you didn't appreciate. What was that?
I mean, I appreciate, you don't have time to not unhappy. You know what I'm saying?
You're unhappy.
Life is too short.
Okay. You have a 2-year green card?
So, yeah, I have my 2-year green cards, and I'm just past my fingerprints for my 10 years.
Okay.
So we're going to live separate. So I said, you know what? I'll move on. So we're going to live the same state.
You need to get a divorce if you're separated from your wife, and then prove it's a real marriage.
Okay, it's a real marriage. How about if we stay married, but we're not living in the same house?
You can go on that interview, but to me...
No, you don't need to interview anymore because I'm just going to move a condition.
Are you telling me what the law is? You're going to get an interview. You and your wife
we're
don't
gonna
live
get
together.
an interview for 10 years green card?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So what I'm telling you
Sorry,
to
I
do is,
didn't know
what
that.
I'm telling you to do is, if you're separated, what you can show up with your wife, assuming she's going to cooperate, and go in and tell the truth and say, we are separated, it used to be a real marriage, and here's the evidence of it. I generally believe that when you separate from a spouse, they're angry, they're mad, they don't care anymore, and they may even be vindictive and screw you up. I always, my opinion would be, you get a divorce, you start a divorce, you file for a waiver of the joint application, you go on the interview alone, you prove it was a real marriage, the marriage isn't working out anymore, and here's my divorce. That's my advice. Hold on one second.
Okay.
All right, let's go to Shireen in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Shireen.
Yes, sir. How are you?
How you doing?
I'm doing great. I have a question here. I have a friend who she got married to a U.S. citizen, and she's a Jamaican, and she applied for her she put her paperwork in. She got back her what do you call that thing? She got back her she did her fingerprints, and when she did that, they offered her some parole documents, and she took it to go to her son's graduation. She hasn't gone on her interview yet for her green card. And my question is, now when she was ready to come back over here in the United States, they told her that she needs her green card.
Well, because she has she has a visitor's visa, but she's applied for a green card. So that what they're saying is that they don't believe she has the intention of leaving.
Okay.
So she needs to get her green card. They're not going to give her the visitor's visa. Once you apply for the green card, you got to get the green card.
But my thing is, she hasn't been on the interview yet. She has an interview next month, and she's stuck in Jamaica.
Well, then she's got to wait the month.
So my thing is, can the husband go on the interview by himself and represent her?
Where is she?
She's in Jamaica.
And
she
what interview are you talking about?
The interview for the green card.
Did she leave? Did she leave with an advance parole?
Yes, she did.
So come back on the advance parole, not the visitor's visa.
Yes, she tried to do that, and they stopped her at the airport and turned her back.
Well, then there's another reason why they stopped her if she had advance parole. So if they turned her back, she got deported at the airport. She's got a big problem. Okay, she needs to have a consultation with us. Hold on. It's not because she didn't have advance parole.
All right, thank you.
All right, or maybe she tried to show her visitor's visa instead of advance parole. She showed the wrong document. That's possible. All right, let's go to Maria in Houston, Texas. Maria.
Hello.
Hi, Maria.
Hello, Brad. Yeah. I need a good attorney, and I know it's that you. I'm married to a U.S. citizen.
Yes.
I came here on H-1B visa. Then I'm married to a U.S. citizen.
Right.
Then I filed my adjustment of status last June. Then I got a biometric on last July 9. But I have two daughters. The age is 19 and 20.
And you got married after they turned 18, right?
No, unfortunately, no. Because when I got married last year,
they were already over 18 when you got married, correct?
Yeah, last 2017. My daughter.
How old? Right, maybe we're not fully comprehending. Simple question.
Yeah.
When you got married, were your children over 18 or under 18? Not now, when you got married.
I'm sorry?
When you got married. Remember the day of your marriage?
Yeah.
Okay, wait, stop. Remember the day you got married. What day did you get married?
It's December 2017.
December of 2017.
Yes.
In December of 2017, how old were your children?
My eldest is only 19 and the other one is 18.
Okay, at the time you were married, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, so your husband unfortunately can't file for them. We got to figure out another way for them to get a green card. But it's not going to be through this marriage. So let's figure it out. I don't have the answer for you, but I think you're going to need a consultation. Hold on one second.
Yeah, I did a consultation. Yeah, that's the important to me.
Okay, hold on. Let's go to Marie in the Bronx. Marie. Oh. Oh.
Hi, Brad.
How are you? I thought we were getting a baby question.
I guess maybe she has her own question.
She has her own question, baby. Yes. All right, what's going on?
So.
What's going on?
Anyways, welcome back.
I'm sorry, what's your question?
Okay. As for the baby, she's like 10 months old, and she was born here. So do I have to get a passport for her to go to Jamaica?
Yes. Everybody needs a passport to go anywhere. What happened to her? The answer is everyone needs a passport. I don't know what happens to Marie. All right, let's go to Euclid in Ohio. Euclid.
Hi, Brad. How you doing?
I'm sorry, Charlene in Euclid, Ohio. I'm calling you Euclid. The place where you live is Euclid. Yes, Charlene, what's up?
I have a question. I
Yes.
have a friend. She filed for her husband, but she want to know if she could file bankruptcy.
Yes, if you're filing for your spouse, filing for bankruptcy doesn't affect the immigration case.
Okay, all right.
You're welcome. Let's go back to Marie in the Bronx. Marie.
Hi, Brad.
Yeah, sorry about that. I don't know what happened, but we got you back. So your question was...
I was wondering, why is it you were so quick to hang up on me?
I didn't hang up on you. It was just, it was maybe the groundhog hung up on you. Somebody did something, but it wasn't me personally.
Okay.
So your question is, your daughter was born here and you want to know if she needs a passport. The answer is yes.
Okay. I understand that part. Right. Okay, thanks. But guess what? The other question is, I've been married. I had my first green card December 2013. I got my 10-year January of this year, and I'm no longer with my husband now. So when can I file for my citizenship?
When in 2013 did you get your conditional green card?
December.
Okay,
so that's like almost 5 years.
You can file in October of 2018.
I can file.
October 2018. October 2018.
Okay, that sounds good.
All right.
Okay,
well.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay, thanks. Bye.
Let's go quickly to, we're going to take 2 or 3 more questions. Shireen in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. We spoke to Shireen already. Shireen needs to make a consultation. Layet in Jacksonville, Florida.
Hello.
How are you?
Hey, Mr. Brad. I'm good. How are you?
Good. What's going on?
Yeah, so I came here on a J1 visa from India, and then after I got married to my girlfriend on a Valentine's Day this year on 2018, and luckily I already had my interview on 26th of June.
Good.
But unfortunately, right after the interview, my wife got arrested because she was having charges like felony charges. Since that, I didn't hear anything from USCIS, and I don't have work permit. So is there any way that I can expedite my work permit?
Well, you can't expedite it, but you should be filing for it immediately. The fact that your wife unfortunately got arrested should not affect your immigration case simply because you're not your wife's keeper, as long as you didn't get arrested and as long as you can prove it's a real marriage. So hold on one second. You're going to need a lawyer. Hold on. Let's go to Steve in Palm Beach. Steve.
Yes, good afternoon.
How are you?
Yes, good, sir. If you go for your interview for your citizenship and you don't get pass the test, or they find something with the case, do they put you in deportation?
I'm sorry?
If you go for your citizenship
and you don't pass the test, well, it depends. What, you didn't pass the test because you can't speak English, or you don't know how to read English, you don't know how to write English.
There was some misunderstanding about my paperwork.
Well, it depends. It depends. If you have a deportable offense, they'll put you in deportation. If you don't, you don't. I don't know why. It depends what the reason for the denial is.
Oh.
All right. Hold on one second. Let's go to Celia in Weston, Florida. Celia.
Hi.
Hi,
good
how are you?
evening, Brad. How are you?
Good, good. What's going on?
I'm great, thank you. I have a quick question. I want to find out how can someone change their status if they came here and they have their the I-94 stamped in their passport. Is there any way to do that?
You're asking how does someone get a green card? They would need a consultation with me. I don't have an answer. There's no. I'm here on a visitor's visa. What form do I fill out for a green card? There's no such thing.
Right.
There's no such thing.
Okay.
So you need a consultation to figure out how you're going to do it. So hold on one second. All right, let's go to social media check-in.
Yeah.
Yes, trying to go fast. We're over time already.
We have a lot.
Yes, let's go.
Yes, that's right.
Am I first?
Sure, go for it.
All right, I'm first. All right, so we have one from Khadija Mitchell. My friend's sister wants to file for her, but the birth papers have different spellings of the mom's name. Should her sister still file?
Yes, but you're going to need affidavits to prove who the mom is.
All right.
Denisha said, what month and year has immigration reached now for green cards for a parent filing for a child over the age of 21?
Is parents a U.S. citizen? May 8th, 2011.
Okay.
Chin Carter says, hey, Brad, how long does it take for I-130 to approve for children under 16? Stepfather is filing, and how long
9 months. 9 months.
Okay, how long will it take for them to come to the U.S. to live?
About a year and 4 months.
Okay, the paper was filed in April of this year. Kids are in Jamaica.
Year and 4 months.
Okay.
Pursued on YouTube says, what's the difference between an I-212K waiver and an I-601 waiver?
I-212K?
An I-212K waiver.
An I-601 waiver is the form that you file your waiver on.
Okay.
There's all sorts of reasons why you need. There's all sorts of reasons why you need a waiver. The 601 is usually for inadmissibility. The 212 waivers are because you were previously ordered deported.
All right, Niraj says, are character reference letters needed for U visas if one entered the country legally on a legal H-1B visa and no criminal history?
Generally, no, but you do have to prove a good moral character, so it doesn't hurt.
Lisa said, I just applied for a U visa, different person. I just applied for a U visa, and my lawyer said that if I get picked up by ICE and the cops, the judge would speed up my U visa. So would I not get deported? Is that true?
You wouldn't get deported. I don't know if the judge speeds up your U visa, but certainly it's a reason not to be deported.
Monica Laws says, Brad, if my green card got lost, I got married to an American citizen. It's over 5 years now, and I want to file for my citizenship. Can I do it without my green card?
Yes, because just because you lost your green card doesn't mean you haven't been a permanent resident for more than 5 years.
Sandra Warren says, how far away are they from the F4 category sister filing? My priority date is the 25th of November in 2005.
They're up to December 22nd, 2004.
We're about a year away.
Year away.
All right, Christy Jimenez says, my husband was brought here when he was 7 years old. Now he is 21 years old, and his DACA is due to expire next year, and I have a medical condition which he takes care of me. I had 85% of my colon removed. Is there a chance he would not have to go back to Mexico?
Who is this? How's the relationship?
So this is her husband who was brought here when he was 7 years old. Now he is 21 years old.
Well,
and his DACA is due to expire next year.
This is her husband?
Yes.
Well, why doesn't she file for him?
You ask her.
Why don't you file for him and get him a provisional waiver, even if he entered without inspection?
Ademuwagun says, I tried.
All right.
I've got a question for a friend. His mom has a visiting visa for the last 2 years, and then she spent 3 months here last year and 3 months and 17 days this year. She tried renewing her visiting visa with the immigration system, but they stamped her passport with canceled without prejudice. What can she do? The daughter is a green card holder.
Wait until the daughter becomes a citizen and let the daughter file. But cancel without prejudice means that you can try to get a new visa.
A new visiting visa?
Yes. Without prejudice.
Without prejudice.
Meaning that you can try again.
Okay.
Doris Dennis asks, I'm a green card holder. I put my husband's paperwork in a year ago. I did not get an answer yet.
Are you a citizen?
A green card holder.
Green card holder is going to be about 18, 20 months.
Okay.
Lalit says, I came in the USA on a J1 visa from India and got married here on the 14th of February.
Yeah, we spoke to him already.
I thought
the wife got arrested.
She got arrested.
Right, we gave him the answer.
Shelly says, I've got my interview on September 28th here in Jamaica. My 2-year anniversary will be in December of this year. Could I wait until December before I pay for the green card so I could just go ahead and get the 10-year green card?
Absolutely.
All right. So we have one from Chin Carter. Brad, what's an I-130A?
That's the part of the I-130 form that you file if you are living in the United States as the beneficiary.
Shine said, hey guys, welcome back.
Thank you.
So a husband and wife had an interview for the green card, but the wife didn't show up before the interview. And after a few months, she wrote USCIS informing them that he had moved out and that he only married her to get a green card. What's the outcome going to be of that interview?
Who informed immigration that he moved out and only married her for a green card?
The wife.
And who was getting the green card?
The husband.
The husband.
So the wife called you, the wife who was filing for her husband at the time.
Oh, well, if they believe the wife, then he won't get a green card.
That's
if the wife is vindictive and just angry that the marriage didn't work out, then they'll get a green card.
All right, I have
Depends
one from Marisol. All right, hi, I'm about to apply to become a green card holder since my husband is a U.S. citizen. I have illegal entry. Here's the thing, I'm currently 6 weeks pregnant and we're planning to have more. Woo. Will I have to leave the U.S. if I'm pregnant or if I have little kids since I'm planning to breastfeed? I also don't want any family. I also don't have any family and he doesn't either. So I'm only I'm the only caretaker since he works so much.
All right. Well, you are making your application for your 601A waiver right in your question. You're going to need a provisional waiver based on hardship to your spouse. You would have to go home for 2 weeks and come back. You do the waiver first. By the way, Dawn Harriet says, by the way, Brad, it's 7:30. I don't know if Dawn Harriet wants me to just end the show right here.
I was going to say.
Is that what she's saying? It's just too much Brad for one day?
It's actually 7:45.
Right.
Is she saying too much Brad for one day, end it? I just can't handle any more Brad. 2 hours is enough?
They have never in the history of Bradshaw Live
said enough.
Us.
Said stop.
Yeah.
Stop.
We're trying to give y'all a little extra. You know, this is like bonus tracks.
Do you know what that reminds me of?
What?
When I was 22 years old.
Yeah.
When I was a young little chicken.
Right.
I went to Greece after college by myself.
Wow.
Yes. You know, backpacking through Greece, the Greek islands in the summer. This is going back 25 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I was single. I was a little thinner.
Living large.
No, I was not living large. I didn't have a lot of money, but I was backpacking, and you know, Greece at the time was $1 a shot.
Right.
You know, spent $3 to stay in a hostel somewhere. I mean, it was very cheap.
Yep.
And after 2 weeks in Mykonos,
yeah,
I've never been back, but after 2 weeks in Mykonos, I get back on the ferry, and I head back to Athens.
Yeah.
And I see my friends from college who are now heading over. They say, "Hey, Brad, what's happening? Come." I said, I can't do it anymore. It's too much fun.
Wow.
It's just too much fun. I can't do it anymore.
I see what you're saying.
Okay, so perhaps.
So they're having so much fun.
Perhaps that was like, I'm having too much fun. It's
fun
like Brad
overload.
Mykonos for 2 weeks. I can't handle it anymore. You gotta end.
You're saying we're the Mykonos of Facebook
Maybe.
Live?
It's possible. It's possible.
Yes.
It's possible.
I will take that.
Yes.
It's possible.
I will take that.
It's possible. Okay, a couple more questions then.
Okay, Anna said, what papers need to be filed for a spouse living outside of the U.S.?
I-130. That's it.
Okay,
Oh, okay.
that felt like a list.
No, just I-130, that's it.
All right, Reginald Amada says, if you got your green card through your wife, you have a citizenship interview soon, you have the kid's birthday certificate, but your wife doesn't want to give you her birth certificate, can the marriage certificate prove you are married to a U.S. citizen?
No, because there's nothing on the marriage certificate that says that. Why is the wife giving you such a hard time?
Wife?
I mean, the wife wants
What
to
are
help
you
you.
doing?
Give the birth certificate. What's the big deal? What are you hiding, wife?
Yeah, what's on the birth certificate? Maybe
maybe different Birthday?
Age, yeah. Age is what you hide from a birth certificate.
Yeah, it's like everybody on these dating sites have a different age than what they really are.
Exactly. He thought he married
I'm the
at
only
35.
honest guy on that thing.
Are you?
I think so.
That's true. Your Bumble profile says 35 and not a day older.
That is correct.
Exactly.
It says I also work for NASA.
Rocket engineer, rocket scientist.
Yes.
Marissa says, what year have they reached for permanent resident filing for unmarried children over 21?
Didn't we say that?
You know what? It's a different question, and I thought we did.
May 8th, 2011.
Okay, boom.
All right, Ruthie has a question.
Yes.
I have an uncle who has been living in the U.S. since the 80s. He became a permanent resident in 1990 and then went to jail the same year for false accusation or mistaken identity. He has never pled guilty and spent 8 years, after which he was released with the disposition stating a nullity and accused be restored. He wants now to apply for naturalization. What are his chances to becoming a citizen?
I would like to see all those records before.
Man, oh man.
8 years in jail and never found guilty.
Mistaken identity.
We had a criminal case.
Can't you sue for that?
No, because we had a criminal case where we took over. The guy was being charged for, I think it was attempted murder. Took them 8 years to get to a trial. He sat in jail the whole entire time.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
It happens sometimes. It happens.
Sheesh.
That should not happen.
Yes.
Philippe said, after you get your work permit and social security number, how long is it going to take for your interview?
I'm just reading Tamika says I sound like Khalid.
DJ Khaled?
DJ Khaled or Khalid, the young kid?
No,
the singer?
The Young, Dumb, and Broke location singer?
The singer?
I think that's what she says I sound like. I don't think so.
I don't either. It's probably
Sounds
DJ Khaled.
Khaled?
DJ Khaled?
Another one.
I guess you do sound more like DJ
We the best!
That would sound more like
Does
DJ
that sound
Khaled.
like him?
Yeah, that was pretty good. You
That was
played
pretty good. Thank you very much. What's your question?
So the question is from Philippe, and Philippe says, after you get your work permit and social security number, about how long should you wait until your interview?
About another 6-9 months.
Denisha says, can a green card holder buy a one-way ticket from their birth country to the U.S.?
Yeah, why not?
Barry Ann said, my cousin...
That was almost like a trick question. I had to think about it. I'm like, why wouldn't you be able to do that?
Right.
Okay, continue.
My cousin can't remember the name she came in on. Is it possible for someone to get married and get papers if she's over 18 without status?
You need proof of a legal entry. Other than that, you're doing a provisional waiver.
Dornette Mackey, if my husband gets a citizenship, how long can I send in my adjustment status?
The same day.
Woo!
Marissa on YouTube said, are there any good news concerning immigration that have come out lately?
No.
Sheesh. Reginald Amada says, you've been a permanent resident over 10 years, married to a U.S. citizen. Do you still go on citizenship interview without your wife's birthday certificate? So I guess this is that same kind of question. Our marriage certificate is enough with the children's birth? We asked that one.
Proof of a legal entry. And Lisa Bling Rose, yes, it happens to black men. I don't know if it happens exclusively. She says, the 8 years. But I would say that it is certainly extraordinarily disproportional.
Yes.
Okay, I'm sure there's a white man somewhere there it happened to too. I don't want to say it's exclusively, but certainly, no question, it's extraordinarily disproportional.
Iffy Awana said, is it wise to travel by airplane within the U.S. if one is out of status?
Is it wise? What's wise is sit at home and never leave, okay? Because you could always be stopped by somebody, but if you have to travel across country or across states, the safest of bus, train, or plane is plane.
All right, Charlene. Priority date, March 30th. Bio, April 9th. RFI, May 4th. Received reply, May 16th. Haven't heard anything since then.
5 months from May 16th.
Okay.
Everybody has to understand, if you did it wrong, you got an RFE, and that puts you back to square one. People we'll eventually get it.
Get you a lawyer.
Do not do
Get
this
you a
alone.
lawyer.
Not
Don't
Kim.
do this alone.
Get you a lawyer.
These humans right here.
All right. Tamika says it's DJ Khalid.
Yeah, you the best.
We the best.
We the best. Gordon says, how long is it going to take to bring my daughter who's 20 years old from Ghana to the U.S. if I'm a U.S. citizen?
Well, you got to file before she turns 21, or she will be waiting 10 years or 8 years. If you file now, it'll be a year and a half.
All right, Alimami Sasai says, hi, Brad. How long will it take to receive your green card after biometric?
9 months.
If the I-485 is pending after an interview, could I expedite my work permit, Lalit asks.
No.
G. Shelley says, my friend divorced her kid's father back in 2008, a few months after she married her ex-husband. Now she and her kids want to remarry. He's on a visitor visa. Can they get married before 90 days, even though he will be returning back to Jamaica after the wedding?
No. And no. Come see me. Call me. Or you're going to play yourself.
Ooh, don't play yourself.
Don't play it.
Whoa.
You played yourself. You get married before 90 days. You played yourself.
You played yourself.
You played yourself.
JJ says, if someone filed an I-360 and you get arrested for domestic violence as a misdemeanor, the victim went to let the DA know that it was all their fault, so the case was dismissed and sealed a couple weeks later. What will happen to the case?
Case was dismissed. What do you mean what's going to happen with the case?
But they have an I-360 pending.
As long as the case was dismissed, you're fine.
Okay.
Josette Smith says, U.S. citizen filing for my husband. Can they give my husband a visa to come for the birth of a child while filing?
You can try, but I doubt they will. They're mean.
Oh,
they
rude.
should, but they're mean.
They are. Yeah. No sympathy.
Yeah.
Kulwinder is our very last question of the day.
Last question of the day.
We have made it.
And before 8 o'clock.
And before 8 o'clock.
All right. Yeah. All the people in the booth are like, oh, we don't mind overtime.
Meanwhile, we're like,
you? I'm the one talking for 2.5 hours.
That's true.
Whoops.
I mean, you were talking too. I don't want to say you weren't.
No, we're just kind of sitting here looking pretty.
You look pretty. You do. You look, both of you, handsome, pretty.
Kulwinder says, I am a 2-year...
Oh, I have no idea what the answer is for that.
Perfect, yeah.
No, I'm only kidding.
I was like,
what is the question? What is the question?
Jonathan's face was so perfect.
The hell do I
know? Everything, Brad. It's your show.
Yes, that's true. All right. What's the question?
Kulwinder says, I'm a 2-year green card holder. I'm divorced and remarried in the U.S. I have 2 kids from my first wife. They're living with my parents in India, and my current wife has applied for my kids' immigrant visa. I went for their interview in India, but they put the case under administrative processing because someone from the embassy came to my parents' home for an investigation, and they got some wrong info from the neighbors. Now I've been waiting 7 months for a response, but nothing has come up online, even showing.
Well, because there's 2 different marriages happened all within the time he got a 2-year conditional green card. So they're thinking fraud. That's what this whole investigation is about. I don't have the answer. They would need to give me a call.
There we go.
There you go.
We got it.
We did
All right, so that's a wrap on season 2. That's a wrap on season 2.
374 shares.
We'll be back in 6 months with season 3. No, I'm only kidding. We'll be back tomorrow. We'll be back tomorrow at 5:30. Again, Jill, you said something in my ear. I didn't hear. Say that again. Yes, we will get to comment of the day.
Comment of the day.
Comment of the day is...
We got one for every week we've been gone.
Okay,
Brad.
let's do it. Drum roll, please.
Drum roll.
Comment of the day.
Our first one is from Asset, who won movie tickets from Brad Show Live a couple weeks ago, but Asset couldn't go, Brad. Asset said, so I couldn't do the movies because Brad was in the hospital and I was just too worried. So now that he's back, I can finally celebrate my birthday and go to the movies.
All right.
That was beautiful. Couldn't
First
even
comment,
enjoy the
second
movie.
comment of the day.
From Carol Anderson the Tiger, who said, this show is the diet to my body. It's like when you're starving for food and you get it and you feel so much better. It's like life.
Wow.
Very nice.
That was
Carol loves this. Carol definitely loves
What
this.
is it?
Number 3.
Yes.
From Denisha John said, I want to go shower, but this show is like a magnet. I can't seem to move. She's staying stinky just
All right, 8 o'clock, it's shower time.
Right.
All right.
And our last one is from our resident comedian, Jeff Bosey, who said, so, everyone has stated that Jeff is saying, Jeff, you should be a comedian. Well, the day has finally arrived, and I have my first show tomorrow.
Where?
I'll be letting everyone know as soon as I begin to headline.
Where?
He has not told us. Hold on, I think
Because we want to send our cameras. Can we send our cameras?
It's during the show. Oh, I have it.
Can we send our cameras?
So it is tomorrow at 8 p.m. at the Brokerage Comedy Club in Belmore.
Oh, we got to send our. We may not be able to do it tomorrow, but we got to definitely send our cameras.
Oh, and I did tell him that.
Yes, we're going to do it. We're going to cover Jeff Bosey and his comedy routine.
Absolutely.
All right, good luck, Jeff. He's a funny guy. I think he's going to make it.
Break a leg, Jeff.
Break a leg. Congratulations.
Or a couple.
I'm glad. Because he's been making funny comments.
Right.
So I'm glad he's following his dreams, and everybody should follow their dreams. That's what we're all about.
Kim, you've
Getting
inspired
your American
people.
dream.
Look at you.
Yeah.
Inspiration right here.
All right, and Yonathan following his dream.
I am.
Right.
Being on reality TV
Being
and
on
fighting.
reality TV.
Yeah, fighting people.
Yes. Kim following her dream.
Yes, always. This show is my dream, Brad.
Right. I'm following my dream.
Yes, you are.
I am doing a show.
For the past how many years?
For the past 20 years.
There you go.
Oh my God.
All right, everybody. We'll see you all tomorrow. Stay safe. So, Sam, as part of the production, we have to say this disclaimer at the end of the show. Do you mind reading it for me?
Okay, but you know, Brad, I have to do everything around here. It's bad enough I've got to remember everything that happened on the episode from the previous day.
Forget it. I'll do it. The proceeding was information only and not specific legal advice. Consult an attorney about your individual situation. Prior successful results do not guarantee a similar outcome in the future. To make an appointment with the Spar and Bernstein law firm located at 225 Broadway in New York City, call 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. Easy to remember, 1-800-LAW-LINK. That's 1-800-LAWLINK. Once again, make a call to 1-800-529-5465. And of course, link up with the law offices of Spar and Bernstein, located at 225 Broadway on the 5th floor. If I were you out there, make the call, make the link, make the connection, make it Spar and Bernstein. 1-800-LAWLINK. That's 1-800-529-5465. And now, conveniently located in Hartford, Connecticut on 1 Congress Street. Visit us in Connecticut or in New York at 225 Broadway. That's 1-800-529-5465. 1-800-LAW-LINK. 1-800-529-5465. What are you doing?